right now.
Dang, that's the thing. He does not drink warm. He stopped drinking warm milk. What in 5 months? He does not like warm,
Yeah.
and he wants his milk cold. And everybody's wondering why he does not drink milk because even at daycare, that was like he don't like drinking milk anymore, and we were wondering why. Then kind of find out he only drinks it when it comes out the refrigerator.
Mm.
This was at 5 months, and I was like really surprised at that. Let's see. I can hear myself. All right. All right. This is episode 200. Even my son is excited.
Yeah, we're celebrating.
You see that, right?
200.
Episode 200 of the First and Framerates podcast. Myself, DJ81, Bill's Fourth. We literally do not have anything scheduled. This episode is pretty much about what we've done the past, 199 episodes. And we want you guys to come in and actually, give us some feedback. We want this to be, it's more of, this episode is mostly basically for our listeners. And we want to know what you guys think. You're going to give everybody an ample amount of time to talk and give us your thoughts about the podcast and sports gaming or just gaming in general or just sports or the people that's on the podcast, the host. You can let us know how you feel, yay or nay, or whatever the case may be, but just beware of the consequences behind it.
Mm-hmm.
And outside of that, we're just going to celebrate.
Your ass will get rashed in a hot second. That's the most important part.
So
watch your ass.
So basically, that's basically the gist of it. So hopefully, we'll get some people to come through. We always had a pretty good audience for the past 40 or 50 episodes. It's very, very. It's been very, very good. The feedback has been great. It's been awesome. And I can't thank you guys enough. Everybody that comes and watch it, the like button, people who come through to, to donate, people who are on Patreon, people who just come and give us a, let's see, unplug that so you can press it all you want. And people who just give support, share the episodes, people that are downloading it on the podcast platforms, iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, all the other stuff. You guys just been amazing. So basically the tweet, not the tweet, but the link is pinned in the chat. So if you guys want to click that, you can join the panel and you can let us know how you feel. All right, so let's get into it. DJ, how have you been? What's going on with you?
Well, I've been doing great. Been focused mainly on playing the games, State of K2. Just to let everybody know, I got the EA Play Pro, so I did download Madden 21. So I've been playing that for a little bit. And confirming everything that I previously thought about what they should have done with current gen, what they have done for next gen. So, yeah.
So how long have you been playing it?
I'd say, let's see, when did I download it? I think maybe a couple of days ago. And it's funny because I actually had to go back to my old controller to be able to play it and be able to move my characters around a lot better because my new controller, it's not calibrated. It's really sensitive. Like I could slightly move it. And yeah, so like the whole entire time I was doing like extreme cuts. And I was like, damn, I need to switch back to the old controller.
So what was the new one that you're using?
It was the one I showed before. It was this one.
Okay. I know what it is then. Yeah, so the old one, what was the old one? Just out of curiosity.
It's this one, the 360 controller.
Oh, you never can go wrong with the 360 controller.
Exactly.
I never go wrong with that.
And it's funny because I could go to the PS4 controller, but I'm just like, nah, that's okay. This is more.
You never go wrong with the 360 controller. This
Right.
is like the best controller for PC gaming. Like, don't get me wrong, I have an Xbox One controller. I have my Xbox One controller right here, but this controller is like, it works with damn near every game that you could have on PC, and it works very well. I best controller outside of maybe the Saturn controller, but that's a different story.
But also at the same time playing another game, which I may stream tomorrow, which is called Space Crew. It's interesting. It actually, feeds into my sci-fi kick that I've been on as of late, especially with the wrap up of season 2 Mandalorian. So yeah.
Okay. That's what's up, Bills. What's been going on with you, man? How you been?
Busy as usual. Been trying to game. Haven't really had any time, but other than that, just watching preseason basketball, which was enjoyable. And now we have this ass whooping going on right now with the Brooklyn and Golden State game. I'm enjoying that because people try to tell me that Golden State was somehow going to be good without Clay, and as you can see, that's false. I don't want to hear.
Why would they? Why would they say that?
Because they're stupid and trying to be the smartest.
I mean,
person.
people don't realize that Golden State is good because of basically they're really good because of the duo of Steph and Clay. You lose one of them, then the beat don't goes on when you lose one. And I don't understand that.
When you try to be the smartest person in the room and find some little, caveat to that, then that's what ends up happening. And I
blame these stupid debate shows for making people do that. Mm-hmm. That's another reason why I don't like those shows, because people get these stupid ass takes because they mimic what they see every day on those shows.
I don't think it's the debate shows. I think people literally just trying to be the smartest guy in the room and go against anything that is clearly conventional wisdom.
Well, I mean, yeah, I think you have some people like that, but it's amplified ever since them damn shows came about. It's like it's gotten worse.
I don't think those shows get enough press for people to pay attention. I mean, those shows come out during the day. A lot of people do work. Most of the sports fans.
You know what? Listen, the ones with them dumbass takes that are dumb, that make those wannabe smart comments, they don't have jobs, and that's the reason because they make those comments like that. They're like, oh, you think this?
I don't think they get them from Max Kellerman and Skip Bayless and those other dumbasses.
No, I don't think they get them from them, but they try to be like them. Like a lot of people mimic what they see. A lot of people mimic what they hear. And people just want to be the cool guy because they think it's going to be something that's actually, popular because those shows are popular. No, you're just a dumbass. Stop saying stuff like that.
No, see, hold on. I think you could still have those shows, but the fact that now there's platforms available where people can voice their opinions,
right?
They're not.
No, and I'm not knocking the show. I'm not saying the shows go away, but just that it amplifies people to think they can talk like that. That's what I'm saying. Because even if those shows, if people didn't pay attention to those shows like that, and you'll probably have people on here that want to be opinionated, but they actually can deliver a message. They're just opinionated. Now, with the fact that these shows are actually popular and popping, you got people who shouldn't even have a YouTube channel or even a platform in general making these statements. That's what I mean. Like, all of a sudden, this dude who really don't know how to make a video or don't know how to type on Twitter, they're saying shit like this now. That's the problem.
I think that's social media. That's not the show.
That's what I was saying.
No, don't get me wrong.
They do that in all walks of life.
With social media, this is what I'm saying. Social media, you have those people. I'm not saying there's not. But like I said, people mimic what they see and people mimic what they think is popular. The average person that may not do that on social media watch stuff like that enough to feel that they can do it too, because they feel like, hey, such and such get clicks and likes and gets retweets. Maybe if I say something stupid, I can get more followers too. And then they do the shit. Yeah, but if it wasn't like that, they wouldn't do it. Or maybe they'll do it in a smaller spurt.
But here's the thing. I said a long time ago, I think the 75% of sports fans are fucking dumbasses. I think there's a good percentage of them that don't see those shows, so I don't think it's based on that. I think they literally think that
I agree with that. I do agree with that. But the 75% that's in that realm that do see those shows,
I think only 20.
Nine times out of 10 they wouldn't say anything. Not to the extent that where they're trying to be cool. They may say something every now and then, but they won't say it to the extent because those people that are in that realm looking at the shows, they feel like emboldened. Like a lot of people feel like they're emboldened to make a YouTube channel and want to make breakdown videos because they think it's popular. The ones who want to be negative just that they see other people being negative and thinking it's popular. It's just people mimic stuff like that. I'm not saying that it's wrong. I'm not saying that the shows don't go away, but I do blame when you see outlandish, stupid shit. You can read some people that make tweets and be like, all right, that motherfucker's just trying hard.
I see it in my own industry with DJ academics.
Exactly. Now, how many people that you probably don't even pay attention to it, but how many people do y'all think that try to be like him because they think he's popular?
I think everybody.
Now you kind of see what I'm saying? It's like that.
Several.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Now you see what I'm saying. It's like, no, if academics wasn't as popular, if he was just wasn't doing the things that he's doing, you won't have that many people trying as hard. That's why that's one of the reasons why I don't like those shows. But I'm not saying I don't don't want them to go away, and I don't want them to go away, but it's just that I see the shit, and you can tell when people are trying their best to be the cool kid, and your ass is a nerd. You need to sit your ass down. That's the stuff that bothers me.
Well, I mean, I think it's simple. I don't think that anybody who hasn't played the sport at a high level should be an analyst of any kind. I think they should be a moderator asking fucking questions. I don't think Max Kellerman has any business talking football on TV. I don't think Stephen A. Smith has any business talking football on TV. I think you get two NFL players and you find two guys that have somewhat, a good personality, and you let them talk about the sport. And bring in different NBA and NFL guys based on the topic, and that's how they should do it. Stop having these dudes who don't know shit that sat on the sidelines or played, low tier college ball, sitting there talking about these athletes. They don't know shit about it. They don't.
Now, mind you, now you said that. Now, see, yeah, exactly. I'm with you. Now think about it. Now you see the Max Kellerman, the ones that you said they shouldn't be talking, and you remember that tweet I put up about old boy. That used to be on 92.9 The Game, who made that tweet about the quarterback, Colts, number 12, Andrew Luck. When he made that tweet about Andrew Luck. Now, these guys are people that are supposed to be professionals. Now you got Joe Blow with 30 subs, 30 Twitter followers making those same hot takes. You think he's going to be any smarter than those motherfuckers? You kind of see what I'm saying? It's like they're emboldened because they see somebody doing it. No, shut up and try to learn how to, cook or something. Find something else to do. But thank you everybody who's here. I know like I said, this episode is going all over the place. We don't have any topics. We're just celebrating the 200 episode. We have the link that's pinned at the top. If you want to come on the panel, it's open. If you just want to talk about anything related to sports gaming, you want to talk about us, you want to talk about your favorite video game, you want to talk about anything related to the podcast, it's here. You guys can do that. You don't have to just sit in the chat and do whatever. It's all for you guys. Where is he? Pete Frenna, thank you for coming through. We haven't seen you in a while. It's good that you are doing good. Good to see that you're here.
Why you spell out motherfucker like that? Mother.
Hey man, some people spell it with one word. I've seen it like that before.
Damn Jet fan.
Hey, they won. You can't say that. This time. Hey, they got a W.
The person that should show up tonight should be Scott OG to answer for the Rams.
No,
between today, between Sunday and like Wednesday, they can gloat for a little bit. They got one win.
We can go back to when we can go back to before the season when I said there are two teams that are going to be dumb enough to play themselves out of contention for a high draft pick, and that was the Jets and the Patriots. The Patriots then played themselves right in a position where they don't make the playoffs, but they ain't getting Trevor Lawrence. The Jets are playing themselves out of contention for Trevor Lawrence by winning the game. I think our predictions on the season overall are looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, no, we kind of got away from it, but we're pretty much on. We're pretty much on point though. No, I'm with you. We kind of got away from it, but the way things going, we're on point. The only thing we might be off of is the Texans. We may be off on the Texans because we thought the Texans was going to be down there with the Jets. And they actually won it. They won a few games.
Shit. They fired Bill O'Brien.
Once that happened, they were good. They were going to rise up a little bit.
But I think we said Cleveland was going to be good this year without expectations.
Yeah, we did say that. I think we did. I didn't see them winning. What, they're 10-4 now?
Yeah, 10-4.
I don't think we saw that. But we thought they were going to be pretty good.
Miami.
Yeah, Miami's another one.
Yeah, they were built for that.
Yeah, we saw that one. I think we were on point with Cleveland, but I think that's the team that probably exceeded us. I didn't think they was going to win 10
Cleveland
games. I did not see that.
I think Arizona's right where we thought they would be. I think the Bills are definitely right where we thought they would be.
Yeah, but to be honest with you, Bills, I think me and you were the only ones that actually saw that last year. We just wanted Allen to just to slow down a bit.
Where's that Waikea at? I got to talk to him about that Josh Allen hate, bruh.
Because I literally, I think me and Bill's like the only two that was on that bandwagon. Was like, hey, Josh Allen might be that guy if he just relax a little bit. He has all the tools, and now we see it.
And what was Josh Allen going to do with a fat Kelvin Benjamin and Zay Jones as his two top receivers? Now he got a number one receiver, and he don't even got a running game. He's still putting up crazy stats. What is he? 4,000 yards running the dot, 30 touchdowns, 9 picks, and like a 69% completion percentage.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I saw that coming. I saw him being that type of quarterback, and I'm not saying that just to say, "Oh, I told you so." I literally thought if this kid would just, because you can see him when he was actually on the field, he had the motion, he had the footwork, he had everything that was there. I think he was just thinking way too much, and you saw how his play was in the game.
But
he
that
was just way.
Back to the dumbasses who don't know what to talk about. Mike Lombardi said, "Oh, I never thought he'd be able to fix those accuracy issues." I said, "Bro, it was never about arm talent. Those accuracy issues came from other factors.
It was all up here.
It was
with Josh Allen. It was all up here. I mean, look at the play what he did when he just tossed the ball behind him when he was about to get sacked. He panicked." Like stuff like that he used to do. It's like it was all up here. It was all mental. Once he calmed down, and like everybody says when you play in any sport, when the game start to slow down for you, you will start to see things differently. And you literally saw that this year with him.
Yeah,
you literally saw that.
So he said, Josh Allen's been remarkable. I didn't think he could overcome the lack of accuracy. I really didn't. He's done that. I said that's because his inaccuracy was not due to an inability to play some football. It was reads, confidence in reads, timing, and learning how to play at the pro level.
That's exactly what he said that in long form. I said the same. It's basically, it was all up here because when you're inaccurate, you're inaccurate. I don't care who you are. Ask Cam Newton. He still overthrows Jesus. It doesn't matter. He would throw Jesus.
Now he's underthrowing Jesus.
Now he's underthrowing. It's like, yo, if Jesus asks him for the ball in heaven, he'll overthrow him. So that's just how Cam Newton is. He's always been inaccurate. I don't know what happened because in college he was pretty straight. The first year or so he was straight. He just lost it. And once you become inaccurate, it's very difficult to get it back. I don't even think
that arm. Well, remember he had that arm issue in Carolina.
Oh yeah. That's true. So but yeah, it's like with any quarterback, when you're inaccurate, you're just done. It's nothing you can do about it. But with Josh Allen, it never was that. That dude would literally drop back and panic before even the defensive linemen get around him. He'll just panic at times. And it's just for him, it's good to see a maturation from a quarterback. I mean, I think that's one thing. When you really pay attention to a quarterback mature, is one of the good things to see in football, no matter the level. I really wish number 2 in Cleveland did that, and I'm not talking about Tim Couch. I wish number 2 in Cleveland would have did that, but you see where he is now, But like I said, anybody who wants to get up on a panel and say a few words, it's open. Don't be shy. Don't act like you're scared to talk to us. I mean, we're good people. So come through and you can give us any type of spill you want. About
even if
whatever.
You're on the opposing side and you be watching in the cut, we know who you are. You can pop up, defend your Madden skills, defend your 2K skills. Since we bash you all the time on here, you know who you are.
Right? Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's no big deal. You guys can come through,
defend your breakdowns,
do all of that. It doesn't matter.
Breakdowns.
So, DJ, no. DJ, you got anything you want to talk about real quick? Because it's something I know you want to talk about. We're going to jump into that in a minute. And I know Bill's got something as well. We're going to jump into both of those. But do you have anything?
Well, one thing I was going to say in the previous conversation was about Baker Mayfield. He did the one thing that I was hoping he would do after that situation with his teammate last year. And that was shut the fuck up and just play football. Don't throw your teammates under the bus. When situations like that pop up, be a leader that leads by actions, not through his words. And he has done exactly that this year. So I'm actually
I agree. What you think about that, Bills? I think Baker Mayfield stepped up a little bit too.
I hate to say that Colin Cowherd was right, but he did question a lot of Baker Mayfield's character. And it said he had some issues coming out of college, and he kind of showed that with that whole Myles Garrett situation. So it is nice that he's just kind of played football, not tried to be the leader of the team.
But you know what? That's another thing about maturation, because last year he was like, when shit didn't stink, he was all over the place. He thought it was the best thing coming. He was number 1 overall pick. He kind of got humbled by week 9 when he shaved his face and all that. He looked like a homeless person up there when he was talking.
Because Baker took on the role of he was acting like a leader because he felt like that was the thing to do. He wasn't being a leader because he's a natural leader. He was doing I'm the quarterback who was drafted first, so naturally I have to. No, you don't have to speak for the whole team, bro. You go.
No, it's like I mean, basically, the Cleveland was a bad team, but they wasn't bad because they was looking for leadership. They were bad because they just the actual leader that's off the field was not directing them right. You had the talent. All you had to do was just play your role, and everybody else is going to be fine. Because I mean, I don't know what's going on in the locker room, but clearly with the talent that they had, all they had to do was just play ball, and you see what happened when they're doing that.
And think about this. This is the first time in Baker Mayfield's career that the coach has not been a main topic of their team.
That's what I'm saying. Is the leadership off the field
for a good reason.
That's what I'm talking about. The leadership off the field is not actually it's vocal, and that's what I'm saying. Like all they have to do, the coach say, "Hey, I want you guys to do this, this, and this. Follow the game plan, and if you guys, go out there and do it, I promise you'll be somewhat successful. I ain't gonna say win games because I mean." All coaches feel like they can win games, but if you just execute your game plan and everybody play disciplined ball, you're going to win more games than you lose. I mean that's just basic common sense. That's not just in football. That's in like any type of sport. If you're disciplined at what you do and you're really good at being disciplined at it and your skill set is up there, you're going to be successful. So it's good to see that team with all that talent actually showing off what they can do. So it doesn't mean because you got a Browns uniform on, you're probably cursed. Like, hey, these guys can actually ball.
And
it's good to see that.
And Chubb has taken over as pretty much the best player on that team.
Mm-hmm. And not only that, Bills,
allowed Baker Mayfield to not have to throw the ball as much.
Not only that, Bills, when everybody play team ball, a leader just rise to the top organically. It just happens. Exactly. You don't have to point anyone out. So when you will, I mean, throughout the season when you're playing, you will see the guy who is actually marching ahead with the troops, who is leading the defense, or who's leading the defensive backs, or who's leading the offensive line, and then that's just going to spread out to everybody else. That's how you get an organic leader. And right now, looking at the Browns, I'm not even sure if we have one guy that says he's that guy or the face of the Cleveland Browns, because everybody kind of like shut up and they play ball. Because you look at the Odell Beckhams, you can talk about Myles Garrett, Baker Mayfield, and hell, even what's his name, the Jarvis Landry. You got vocal people on the team, but guess what? You haven't heard from them this year. And that's a good thing. They're keeping their head down. They're just playing ball. Pete Frenda says it just proves people know nothing about evaluating QBs. That's true. He's talking about the guy you was talking about, Bills, and what was the quarterback coach or the coach that was for the Browns to end up getting fired? He's a quarterback coach.
Kitchens?
Yeah, and he knows. I ain't gonna say he knows nothing because I don't know the guy, but clearly the results are there. You know what I mean?
Think about the coaches that have been in Baker Mayfield's ear and telling him basically different things throughout. I mean, first you had Hugh Jackson. Then they signed Todd Haley, and you had Todd Haley running things. Then
that Hugh Jackson situation was bitter at that.
Yeah. I mean, the way I think we talked about that on the episode how they got rid of him. They like went in his office or something like that.
He didn't want to draft Baker Mayfield, and it was clear. It was clear he didn't want to draft Baker Mayfield.
And you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you, Bills.
Baker Mayfield.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, Bills. At the time, that was not a bad take. Baker Mayfield had the skills, but we kind of knew like if it's just raw talent, and it's not like a Cliff Kingsbury deal with what's his name, Kyler Murray. They knew each other. Hugh Jackson didn't know Baker like that. So with him not knowing him, I can see the risk of not getting him number one overall. I mean, it panned out after what we just discussed about what the team is doing now. But at the time, I wasn't 100% against that take, to be honest with you, at the time.
My issue with it was if you draft a quarterback first and you draft into a team like the Cleveland Browns where they need some reason to watch the team and have some hope in the future.
Right.
And you start Tyrod Taylor over him, and then you realize how shitty of a decision it was, and then you throw Baker Mayfield in, that kind of just muddies the waters. Especially when you made it does. You didn't want to really start him. You almost forced to.
I agree. Now that, like you said, it made it worse. My thing was, if you're going to draft him overall number one, Tyrod Taylor, you played okay. I get it. But he's number one pick. We're just gonna throw him out there.
He said no matter how well Baker Mayfield played, he would. And I said this on the podcast back then. I'm like, you can't do that. You can't say, well, no matter how well Baker Mayfield plays, Tyrod Taylor's going to be our starter. Why?
Yeah, you can't do that. You can't do that.
Where did he earn that?
Right.
He never earned that.
You can't do that.
And Anthony Lynn did the same shit. Well, no matter how well Justin Herbert plays, we're going to start Tyrod Taylor.
Now, that one, I think that cost Anthony Lynn his job, regardless how well that team plays. Because I think that right there cost his job. Because, I mean, looking at what you got with Herbert now, you can't tell me you didn't see that in practice. You kind of see what I'm saying? You can't tell me you saw that. It's almost a situation like when Seattle drafted Russell Wilson. Matt Flynn was the guy. But Russell Wilson played so well in practice, they're like, well, Matt Flynn, I know you're making all this money. I mean, you're just going to have to sit on the bench.
But wait, hold on.
Go ahead.
Just particularly with Russell Wilson, he struggled at the beginning of his rookie year.
He did
until they changed that offense around.
He did, but
because they were looking at Washington, seeing what they were doing to RG3. It was like,
no, they did. But the reason why, even though he struggled, he won that job over Matt Flynn because he outperformed Matt Flynn in practice. Not because, he just went out there and played good in the real games. Mm-hmm. He outplayed Matt Flynn in practice. And y'all can't tell me that Herbert didn't outplay Tyrod Taylor in practice and Anthony Lynn said, okay, I'm still going to put Tyrod Taylor out there. It could have been the same situation in Cleveland.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing.
This situation is a little different.
My issue with this is, where did Tyrod Taylor become the gatekeeper for starting on a team?
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. And I'm gonna tell you, Bills, I was on board. Don't get me wrong, because I didn't know what was going on in LA or San Diego or whatever the damn team is. I didn't know what was going on the practice field. Looking at it hindsight, I could see that was the case. But back then, I could tell you, Bills, you could tell everybody here, I was on board with putting Tyrod Taylor at the starter.
It's a fucking mistake.
Because, to be honest, and I will say the reason why, I did not follow what they were doing. Now, looking at Justin Herbert, the way he's playing, you guys, nobody can tell me this guy was out playing Tyrod Taylor in practice. Anthony Lynn said, I'm still going to put Tyrod out. It's hard for me to believe that.
I look at it like this. This season is a little bit different because there was no preseason games. So all you had was practice. So
that's true.
It made sense to have it made sense to have Tyrod Taylor, knowing that eventually. See, this was my thinking when I was like, if I'm going to go with Tyrod Taylor, I'm going into the season with a veteran QB.
Wait a minute, slow down, DJ. Hey, y'all, the link is up there if y'all want to join for a few minutes. Y'all can come in and talk. Don't be scared.
Yeah, so
go ahead, DJ.
I figured Lynn was like, okay, I got a veteran QB. I can start him at the beginning of the season, but knowing eventually I'm going to go to the rookie.
But I just hate that, though. I think that is such a lack of continuity during the season for you to start with a veteran that clearly shouldn't be starting.
But that's the way. See, okay, I heard what you just said with a veteran that has no business starting.
Yeah,
but this season is different.
Tyrod Taylor's not a starter in the NFL.
But this season is different.
Okay,
that's the only thing I'm going off of because there was no preseason games to see any. I kind of Herbert as a rookie.
Well, I kind of believe you. I kind of see what you're getting at with that, DJ. That is true. That's true. I kind of understand that.
Let's say the season is different, right? If you go off of Tyrod Taylor's past, it doesn't matter. You still shouldn't be starting.
Yeah, we're just.
I will say this. Looking back now,
when did Herbert earn the right then?
No,
because he's not even entering the league.
But here's the thing: he did because there were no preseason games. He has nothing to go on.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say. Hold on a second. I'm gonna say. That's another reason why I did say on record, I did say that's why I think Tyrod Taylor should play. Because that is true. Looking back now I'm thinking they didn't have preseason games, but they had practice. Nobody can tell me that Herbert, the way he's playing now, I believe that Herbert was outplaying Tyrod Taylor in practice, and they still put Tyrod out on the field. Now, I do believe that now.
I saw it on Hard Knocks. He was outplaying him. That's why I said it made no sense. Bro, it's like, where does Tyrod Taylor get off getting grandfathered into some spot just because the rookie's coming in? That rookie's better than you the minute he steps on the field.
I will say this. I will say this, Bills. And I know we all been on a football team before. Maybe he goes out there, he practices hard, he does everything that is asked. He's probably doing everything that the coaches want him to do. And some coaches like that. Now, do I think it's right? No, I don't think it's right, because if you still have someone who's coming in that's actually talented and more gifted than them, I think you should give them a look. But I think that's one of those situations where Tyrod's probably just been a model quarterback. I mean, because look, he did it. I mean, he did it in Baltimore. He did it in Cleveland.
Wait. Now hold on. I was gonna get to that though. Here's the issue with Baltimore. Now, Tyrod at one point could have been a really good starter in the league if he got a chance in Baltimore. He didn't get a chance in Baltimore.
But you know what though? He stayed on the team.
No, he didn't.
That goes back to what I'm saying. He probably did everything that was done to keep a job, regardless if it's starter or not.
But that's what I'm saying though. You got a quarterback who didn't start a game for Baltimore. He goes to a new team and he's the automatic starter on the team, having not started on Baltimore at all. He was automatically the starter on Cleveland. How?
I'm telling you, this is just my assessment. Even when he left Baltimore and went to Cleveland, we all know coaches talk.
Now, who was he up against in Cleveland when he went there? Because
was it
up against what?
I wanted to say Brandon Whedon, but no, I think that was before that.
I'll find it right now.
Colt McCoy.
I'll find it right now. Hold on. Give me a second.
Yeah, I can't remember, but I'm just saying. Oh, he was in Buffalo as well. Good shot, Drip X. Good to see you back in the chat.
So but, his first starts were in Buffalo, and he played well in stints and stunk it up when it mattered. And then Cleveland was like, "Oh, we're gonna sign Tyrod Taylor because
I'm telling you,
They was like, we're gonna sign Tyrod Taylor so we can have a scapegoat, and then we'll have a reason to throw Baker Mayfield out because it was stinking up so bad." And then
could be, but I'm telling you how most coaches
transitional quarterback.
I'm just telling you how some coaches talk.
Transitional quarterback.
Tyrod Taylor. Some guys can literally keep a job if they just go to work every day and just do what is asked of him. I think Tyrod Taylor is one of those guys who probably did that. That's probably why, most coaches like that type of stuff. You go out there, you work hard, you do what you're supposed to do. I'm going to show some type of favor to you. I mean, that's just how some coaches are.
And it's funny because I said the same thing about Fitzgerald. The fact that in Miami, even though he started, eventually
you're talking about Fitzpatrick.
Fitzpatrick, I don't know.
Yeah, he's another one. You're exactly right. He's another one. He probably went to Buffalo. He played at Buffalo. He played at all these other schools. Yeah, he played at all these teams. He probably just went. He probably just went to practice and did what was told of him, and they didn't cut him because he was not a headache, or he just did everything he was supposed to do. I don't think it's warrant for him to play ball or get on the field, because if you're bad, you're bad. But you have coaches who like the model guy that likes that does what he's supposed to do.
But at the same time,
Tadal just made an excellent point. He's a perfect example right there is Chase Daniels. He's a perfect guy. Another guy I was talking about. He does that type of stuff. You go to work. You may sign a contract for the minimum or a little bit higher than the minimum, and you do exactly what they tell you to do. And they say, okay, we like you. You may not do good on the field, but we're going to give you a chance because you've done what was asked of you. I've seen that ever since I was in Little League. I've seen that happen to players. Mm-hmm. And I don't think it's right. Like you said, Bill.
I've never in my history of watching football seen a guy so unqualified to start on a team with a number one pick at quarterback. Now, I'm a receiver. If it's at another position like receiver, maybe a defensive end, maybe an offensive lineman, it would make sense.
Eli Manning.
Kurt Warner was still good. He went after that.
He lasted only 2 games.
He lasted 2 games because, yes, eventually they wanted to put Eli in, but I'm talking about somebody that was unqualified. Kurt Warner went on to play for the Cardinals. He went to the Super Bowl.
We're not talking about – I'm not talking about anybody being unqualified. I'm talking about somebody who clearly is a transitional quarterback. We know we're starting with this guy, and we're going to eventually go with this guy.
But even then, those transitional guys – those transitional guys who, like I said, who just go to work, keep their head down. Josh McCown is another one. These guys are going.
Did he freeze out? Uh-oh. Oh boy, here we go. He has that trouble look on his face, like I'm frozen in time.
Josh McCown is definitely a great backup and a leader.
Who's he on now? Is he
I don't know.
Because he was in Philly, and I thought he was going to retire, but then somebody else
his
picked him
best
up.
chance at starting was his best chance at actually being a starter, like a consistent starter, was on Chicago, and then for some reason, Lovie Smith's dumbass went. I think it was Lovie Smith went and put Jay Cutler back in and ruined the season, bro.
No, wait a minute. Josh McCown is still playing.
No, he is. But I'm saying Josh McCown was playing damn good football on Chicago one year when Jay Cutler got hurt.
That's still funny looking at VS Frozen picture.
Like frozen. What is the computer shut off? They didn't even drop him out. He's just literally frozen. But yeah, Josh McCown.
Oh, there you go.
Well, you look what you're looking at. No, look at that. They still got my old one up. Okay, there it is. It's going. Yeah, they had my old one up. I don't know what happened. I mean, like my internet did not go. No, seriously, my internet did not go down. My internet, because I opened up a new tab. It's still working. It's just StreamYard itself went down on my end because my internet was still working. I saw everything happen on YouTube. Everything was still running. I don't know. It's weird. But yeah, Josh McCown was that guy. He's running for president. Man, cut it out, man. I'm not
right.
Yeah, but you had a lot of players that was just like that. Like they'll come in, they'll just do what they're supposed to do, and you got certain coaches that'll give them they'll give them the reins. I don't agree with it, but
the score to the Golden State in Brooklyn.
Oh God, it's like some of the women's college basketball games.
Yo, I tried to ask people where the points gonna come from. This motherfucker's got 49 points.
Most of them probably coming from
the third quarter. Holy shit! They have 4 points this quarter.
Beat down in Brooklyn.
They have 4 points this quarter.
See now, as far as Bills and I are concerned, I can come to a compromise for the fact that the coaches are thinking the same way that you're thinking. They know that the person they're putting in ahead of this rookie or whatever has no business starting at all.
Right.
So you got coaches that are going to be safe about it and go with the veteran, but they know they're going to go with the rookie.
But not only that, DJ.
But not only that, DJ. Take the chance and then go with the rookie.
Not only that, DJ. Hey, if you guys want to come in, I mean, the link is in the chat. It's pinned as well. If you want to come in and talk a few minutes. But one thing I will say, in certain situations, that guy who's been loyal and a veteran and actually did everything he was supposed to do, the coach, he will listen to the coach if the coach wants him to run a certain play a certain way, compared to the rookie may not know what to do in certain situations. Like that doesn't negate, it doesn't actually justify the lower talented guy being out there. It's just that, like you said, DJ, it's more of a safe thing. It's more of a safety issue.
But why?
Why? That's the thing. There are coaches that want to do things in a safe manner. Some roll the dice. It really depends on the personality of the head coach. So we can't really sit here and say why it is what it is.
Or just base it exactly just straight on talent. We just can't do it. Sometimes there's some internal things that could happen. Like for instance, I'm trying to think somebody else. Tavares Jackson. Jackson was another one. Rest in peace to Tavares Jackson. That dude probably went to every team that he went to and was just did everything he was supposed to, and he ended up getting a starting job at Minnesota, and he ended up staying on the team when he was in Seattle. It was like, go ahead.
And I asked this the last time we talked about this. Can y'all name a situation where it ever worked?
No, I know there's not a situation where it worked.
And that's why I say why.
But the thing is, did it work based on
maybe because I'm gonna be honest, maybe
that was put into place because each person has a different plan on how they're going to approach
it. Yeah, maybe because they're buying time.
Yes, that could be
They could be buying because they're like, if I put this rookie out here and I mean he's talented or whatever, but if he turns around and don't win games or he does this or that and the third, I could be out of here by week 3. So I'd rather put the veteran in and get a couple more paychecks and be out by week 7.
So you're talking about what I'm saying? You're talking about pressure from the ownership. You're talking about probably pressure from the fans. They're not supposed to be going by the dumbass fans' opinions or whatnot.
But what I'm asking is, can you name a time where it worked out for the quarterback that was sitting? Because I can't.
Complimentary Sports said it worked in KC. This is a reason why. I
don't agree.
No. Hold on. Wait a minute. This is a reason why I want people to come and join the panel for a few minutes. Don't just say it. I mean, you can talk. I don't know. Maybe Complimentary Sports at work or whatever. I don't know. But if you can't,
if they want to be chicken, go ahead, be chicken.
Yeah, right. But I'm saying, you could come up here for like 4 or 5 minutes and elaborate on that, because just saying that it worked in KC, he could be talking about a Matt Castle situation. He could be talking about something that happened in the 90s. I don't know what it means that it worked
Alex
in KC.
Smith versus Pat Mahomes.
And let's use the Alex Smith and Pat Mahomes situation. Mm-hmm. I vehemently disagree with that. Alex Smith was the quarterback of that team. Alex Smith was a Pro Bowler. Alex Smith was leading them to the playoffs, winning divisions, having home games in the playoffs. I don't agree with that comparison at all. I really don't.
But it's a transitional situation.
And so, like I said, sometimes it might not even be transitional. It could be a situation where they really feel that, hey, my guy or the guy that's here that's a veteran can lead the team because he's done what was asked of him. He's been the model guy. He's probably done some good things with the team as far as, getting certain players better.
Because sometimes it may not be what it is about on the field. It could be about teaching that rookie how to be a pro.
Yeah, go get mommy to open that, baby.
But what is 3
Well, that's true. That's another good point. You're right.
What is 3 weeks going to do?
It's paychecks, bro. Like I'm saying, like some coaches may want to get paid.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm just saying some coaches may just want to get paid for a little bit longer instead of getting fired.
But the thing is, it means a lot to extend, especially, and we're talking about this season especially. Like we've had transitions, situations happen, and they happen a lot.
Right. No, Bills. I don't want you to think. I don't want you to think.
Would eventually, give way to the rookie, but it would be some time before.
Bills, I don't want you to think that we think you're wrong. You're right when it comes to the talent side. We're just giving you another view of why it happens. Sometimes
we know that.
Let's talk about the Kansas City situation for a second. Mm-hmm. I don't think that was a transitional situation until Alex Smith blew that shit in the Tennessee game. I don't think it was a transitional situation.
You got to look at who the coach was. He knows when to get rid of people.
I think Andy Reid was maybe going to have a quarterback competition with them the following year, but to know for a fact, they didn't draft Pat Mahomes in that position. Pat Mahomes was a steal in that position. Pat Mahomes wasn't this guy's eventually going to be the franchise quarterback. No. That wasn't how they looked at him. Because if it was, then Alex Smith didn't play well enough to not be in a quarterback competition that season. If we're really being realistic, that's why I wouldn't call Alex Smith a transitional quarterback in that situation. I'm gonna be honest with you guys.
Alex Smith had a rough road, but once he got his bearings in San Francisco and actually was that guy, I still believe that he's a capable starting quarterback to this day.
Well, that's obvious because right now in Washington, barring injury, he actually has a winning record compared to all the other quarterbacks.
Trust me. Prior to him actually leveling up his game in San Francisco, prior to that, everybody was talking about he's a bust because he got drafted over Aaron Rodgers, this, that, and the third. But we also have to understand that Alex Smith had like a whole bunch of different coordinators. He had like 2 or 3 coaches within that time span. He never was able to learn a system, but when he actually got a coach that actually had a system for him to learn, he just went up ever since. And I'm not saying he's one of these elite quarterbacks, but he's a very well serviceable, good starting quarterback right now. He's been that way even after he broke his leg.
Here's the thing about Andy Reid that's hilarious to me is Andy Reid looked at Alex Smith and said, I want to throw the ball down the field. But he didn't try to run the ball with Alex Smith. Now he does both with Pat Mahomes and protects him.
But you want to know something?
Have to admit that he had to mature as a coach too.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree with that. And to be honest with you, I'm going to go on a limb here because people may think this is unpopular. He could have kept Alex Smith and they would have probably been all right.
Wouldn't have won the Super Bowl, though.
They probably wouldn't have won. No, you're right. They probably would. That's why I say they would have been all right. That's why I say, see, this is what I'm saying. We're looking, I want y'all to think now. Y'all looking at what has happened to the Chiefs since. I'm just saying, if he would have kept Alex Smith, I think they would have been all right. I'm not saying they would have won the Super Bowl and they would have been better than what they were. I think they would have continued to be just good enough for everybody collectively would have kept their job. I'm not going to say they're going to win a ring and do this. I'll put it like this. If Alex Smith stayed at quarterback, nobody would have got fired and the franchise would have fell back. That's all I'm saying.
Here's why I disagree. Because if Alex Smith stayed at quarterback, Tyreek Hill would have been rendered useless.
Good point. That's a good point.
They wouldn't have gotten a lot of the people that they got as a result of guys literally just wanting to play alongside Pat Mahomes. So Alex Smith really wasn't. I think Alex Smith was the guy. Yeah, like you're kicking the can down the road. And for a year, he looked like, oh, okay, Alex Smith is turning into a franchise. And then he played that game against Tennessee and fucking blew it. And Mariota literally came into to Kansas City and stole that game from them. Alex Smith played pedestrian at best, and he's like, "Yeah, I got to get him out of here." But,
I see what you're saying. I can see what you're saying. I totally understand that. I'm not against that because
aging Jamal Charles, right? We got to remember that he had an aging Jamal Charles.
Mm-hmm.
Then I think the next year, or the year after that, is when they got Kareem Hunt. So a lot of things happened to go along with Alex Smith leaving. I think they would have been okay, but you also got to remember they would have been.
I don't think they would have been nowhere near where they are now. I think they would have probably continued to be like a 9, maybe 10 win team.
Mm-hmm.
I think they would. I think that
because their division stagnated.
Yeah, that too. Because once Peyton left, in that Broncos defense wasn't as good. Everybody in that division was just it was almost like the NFC South, where everybody was like trying to get to 9 wins or 10 wins. It became like that division where everybody you was good. You were probably good if you was 8-8 or 9-7. So yeah, I can see that.
Pete Frenny, you know who Alex Smith is? Alex Smith is going to be a guy that Jimmy Garoppolo already is and will continue to be. And he's the guy. You
think it's the other way around? You think Jimmy Garoppolo is what Alex Smith will always be?
I think Alex Smith has proven this year that he's a bit more than that. But
not this year. Not just this year. He was in San Francisco. He did pretty good too.
Yeah, but he wasn't playing at this level, galvanizing a team, though.
Well, that's true.
That defense was pretty much that defense was unreal. They had number 1 defense in the league that year.
Yeah, that's true.
Deontay Whitner, Deshaun Golds, they had.
And right now with Washington, you pretty much have that type of defense it's on its way up. He's the dangerous part about it.
He's playing.
Hey, you guys! If you got a few minutes, you want to come in and you want to add any commentary to this discussion or just the podcast in general. The link is pinned at the top of the live chat. I constantly continuously put it in the chat as well. All you have to do is click that link, follow a few instructions. You will be on the panel. You can talk a few minutes. So
it's there for you. What I'm saying. Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying this episode is episode 200. We did 200 episodes, but it's for you guys. So whatever you want,
And that's what I'm saying. He said Andy Reid took a risk on Mahomes' high upside. He'll hit the lottery. But at the same time, that's why I think when you're talking about transitional quarterback, usually it's a guy that you think is a no-brainer. He took a real chance on Mahomes.
Yeah, he moved up from 19 to 10. He moved up
he could have gone from penthouse to the outhouse if Mahomes
didn't pan out,
because Mahomes had a lot of issues in college that needed to be worked on, and he ended up calling plays that helped Pat Mahomes not have to make reads similar to RG3, but obviously, Pat Mahomes had, he had more arm talent.
I'm gonna tell you this,
arm talent, but it's like a similar dynamic.
I'm gonna tell you this: nobody was checking for Pat Mahomes at Texas Tech. No. I think maybe the Chiefs and maybe somebody else did, because it got to the point where I think the draft class that year wasn't as huge as it was. You had some names, but the talent wasn't there. So Pat Mahomes was like possibly first rounder, and he was a first rounder because of the names and the talent level quarterback that year draft. Yep. So what happened was Andy Reid just said, look, I'm going to move from 19, or I think he moved like 19 or 21, moved up like 11 spots to number 10 overall and picked him. And everybody thought it was a reach. I thought it was a reach. Pat Mahomes was known, and the only thing they did, if y'all watched that draft, What they did was they had just highlights of Pat Mahomes throwing the ball far. Do y'all remember that? They didn't show any highlights of him playing at Texas Tech. Hell, as far as I'm concerned, I didn't even know he wore number 5 at Texas Tech, because number 5 at Texas Tech was the receiver, Crabtree. I didn't even know he wore that number. I just happened to see it afterwards. They didn't show too many highlights, so they just showed him throwing the ball like 80 yards. So that's the only thing I saw when they drafted him. So I'm like, oh, go ahead.
I'll give y'all might not have thought about. This is an interesting hypothetical. So the way Andy Reid saw that he took a big chance on Pat Mahomes and he had to evolve his play calling and start running the ball more to protect him.
Shout out to Bieniemy.
Oh, shout out to Bieniemy. But when he realized that he had to run the ball more and protect Mahomes early on, right? Imagine if Mike McCarthy took a chance and went and got a quarterback and Aaron Rodgers was out. He would have had to be more he would have had to be more unpredictable and invest in a running back the way they did after he left Aaron Jones.
Agent calling Jordan Love. Agent calling Jordan Love.
This will say, I mean, let's be honest. Eddie Lacy didn't work out.
No, literally he didn't work out. What are you talking about? He literally didn't work out.
Eddie Lacy both didn't work out and didn't work out. And then and then Mike McCarthy just like, you know what? I'm done drafting running backs.
He's like, yo, he's like, I'm good with this. Eddie Lacy, he was the last straw. He's like, you know what? That position don't exist no more. I don't believe.
I'm sorry, what? No.
He's like, hey, yo, Eddie Lacy made Matt McCarthy like, I don't believe in the position no more. It's like,
Mike McCarthy's like, hey, bro, you better throw that ball 50 times and win us some games. Jordy Nelson chucked up the deuces. I'm out of here.
He's like, yo, what? That's our running back? Dude, look like a defensive tackle. You know what? I'm good. I'm gone. What the Raiders doing? The Raiders won't do nothing? Oh, I'm retiring. I'm good. Let's remember. Eddie Lacy made a lot of people depressed for a while. He really did.
Well, because let's remember, when A-Rod won a Super Bowl, they had a damn good defense. Mm-hmm. They also had James Starks playing well in the postseason. They had Ryan Grant, I think, get hurt early in the season. They have another running back that I'm forgetting about. That was the actual starter. But James Starks played really well. They had a running game that was helping Aaron Rodgers. After that, he went years without having a formidable running game. Now he has Aaron Jones back. You see what happens. It's like...
And then the thing about that is, I mean, let's be real. Once again, nobody was checking for Aaron Jones in college.
No.
He just turned out to be a good running back.
LaFleur is an eye for talent, and LaFleur is a
yeah. And I think that's what happened there. He had an eye for talent, and that's how Aaron Jones became who he was. Because you got to think about it. At one time, they had who was that? They had number 88 running the ball. Like, what?
They
had Tom Montgomery running the ball. Like, all right, what's going on here? Like, yo.
That's the thing. So everybody that was, Aaron Rodgers got, Mike McCarthy kicked out, and listen to how he's talking about it after the fact. Aaron Rodgers didn't get anybody booted. Mike McCarthy got himself booted with predictable play calling. All you have to do is watch that Atlanta Falcons NFC Championship game.
Yeah, but...
I know what you're gonna say.
I'm a Falcons fan, and I'm gonna be honest with you. No, I'm not saying this in a bad way. Mm-hmm. Nobody was fucking with that Falcons team that year.
Now here's what I'm gonna say.
And I'm gonna be honest. Nobody. And the only, like I said, the only reason that stopped the Falcons that year was themselves. But nobody was fucking with that team that year.
But VF, here's the thing. I agree with you, but the way the Falcons, the way the Packers went out, though.
Yeah, they did go out kind of bad.
That was Mike McCarthy. It looked like they shouldn't even been on the field with them.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of the Falcons might get the number 3 overall pick. Let's go.
And that's going to be interesting because who do you draft at 3?
All that talent, man. And to be honest with you, I have no idea because the Falcons. The problem with the Falcons is they got the talent. They don't. It's not like they have a need. So it's like really weird.
I got a question.
Maybe a running back. Maybe a running back because they said what's his name? Knees are acting up again. Gurley.
I have a question. How in the world did the Falcons give up the lead to the same guy?
Hold on, wait a minute. Bills.
I'll tell you.
Bills. You don't. Neither one of us. You ain't even got to say. Everybody in this chat, Everybody's going to listen to this after this is live. Everybody's going to listen to this, right now. Everybody know how the Falcons blew a lead again. Come on now. Let's be real.
But here's the thing. You know this. VF knows this. I know this. We all play football. Sometimes the team that's not the better team comes out and punches you in the mouth.
Yeah.
And the second half comes.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, let's stop fucking around. We came out flat. We shouldn't even be in this situation.
This is exactly what happened with 28-3. It's exactly what happened.
That's what I was referring to. It's the same thing.
It's exactly what happened with 28-3. Like, the problem is and the thing with 28-3, they let the Patriots punch him in the mouth. When Julio caught that ball inside, and I don't want to go over this again, but when Julio caught that amazing catch on the sideline, they literally could have ran the ball 3 times and kick a field goal and been up by 11.
You know what the thing is, though? VF?
They let him punch him in the mouth. They literally did that.
Here's the worst part about it. Nobody's going to admit this because they just hate Tom Brady and they love Bill Belichick. But if you're going on paper and you're going on watching those teams going into the Super Bowl, that was one of the bigger mismatches in recent history in the Super Bowl.
I agree. Like I said this earlier. That year, 2016, nobody was fucking with the Falcons that year. That team was ridiculously talented and dominant
On both sides.
Right. They fucked up and let Tom Brady, a Hall of Famer, easily. You gave him too many chances after you let the defense punch you in the mouth, and you got 4 rookies on defense, which, that's not an excuse because they played very well. You just can't give nobody. Tom Brady's the only one that could have done what they did that game. There's no other quarterback would have done that.
You know what the issue is? I know you don't want to revisit this.
No, go ahead.
So there were a couple of issues. So the first thing was they were letting the Patriots receivers run free early in the third quarter, and then when they tried to press up, they were running timing routes, and Brady was, oh my god!
That's exactly what Tom Brady wants you to do. He wants you to man up.
No, he wants you to run zone. The issue is you have to. Here was the blueprint to beating the Patriots for years, and it will still be the blueprint until they change their offensive system. The blueprint to beating the Patriots was challenge them at the line, be able to rush 4, and not have to blitz. The Falcons could do that.
The Giants did it twice.
The issue was, you gave him momentum and started letting him get into a rhythm throwing the football. That dude was throwing the football more accurately I've seen anybody throw the football.
That second half was ridiculous.
He was not like, bro, when I tell you he was hitting everybody in stride, it was crazy. And they gave him that momentum because they allowed them to drive the ball down the field and said, we have a big lead. We're going to let them drive down the field. And they scored. New England started getting pressure. Turned the ball over. Brady's on fire now.
You can't do that.
And
this is exactly why I say even after the Brady scored that first touchdown, when they made it close the first time, after it was after they fumbled the ball, after Devontae Freeman missed the block and Matt Ryan fumbled the ball. Even when they scored, the Falcons still had a chance to just slow the damn game down, and they refused to.
And they should have, because y'all's DBs were tired as fuck, and then they tried to press. Jalen Collins was tired.
Yes,
extremely tired.
The only DB that actually was still playing pretty good was Trufant. He was the only one that actually was playing decent.
Well, Neal.
Yeah, Keanu Neal was another one, yeah. And the thing about that, with Keanu Neal, what they did with him, they started running crossing routes in front of him, so he was rendered useless because he was too far back. So
and also you're isolating the linebacker in man-to-man with James White, which is never fun.
Even with the athletic linebacker like Deion Jones. Deion Jones was still young. I think he was a rookie that year, and you got James White as a veteran. He's going to run those routes. He's going to run circles around you.
Well, and let's transition to the Buccaneers, and this is why I haven't talked much about the Buccaneers on this podcast as far as overall as a team. This is why, talk about what we just talked about, Bruce Arians is such a terrible offensive play caller and offensive mind, in my opinion. He has buyer's remorse with Tom Brady, but I mean, when you're trying to throw contested deep balls down the field, which Tom Brady still has completed a decent amount of them, I mean, you're throwing contested deep balls down the field to guys who are bracketed. You have no type of, variety in how you're lining up your formations, your sets. It's all just very predictable. Last game, Tom Brady damn near called a lot of his fucking plays for most of that second half, and they all of a sudden started running a lot of shit that they ran in New England, which was misdirection, fine mismatches, and Tom Brady completed a deep ball to AB, and that was based on the alignment. But Bruce Arians couldn't see that. He just thought he gets Tom Brady and, he can complete any throw, contested or uncontested. It's like, bro, you still have to create those openings. This is the NFL, bro. Everybody's talented.
Right. No, I'm with you. I'm with you on that. I'm with you. I guess we can get off the subject of 2083 because, I get depressed when I think about it. I don't want to talk about it no more. But it's just, seriously, I always look back and I think about that NFC Championship game and I see how they dominated a pretty good Green Bay team. They made them boys look like Little League after the middle of the second quarter. It was a wrap. Like the defense was on fire. And I'm looking at them going into the Super Bowl. I was like, Tom Brady's good, but this is just too much firepower here. And we saw it for 2 quarters and a half. Like the Falcons was like that team, and they got in the way. But DJ, what do you want to talk about Haskins? Any news that you was talking about, was that founded, or what actually happened with Haskins?
Now, Haskins came out and apologized for his actions. So he was up in the club, maskless, looking at ass with no mask.
Hey, I like that. Ass with no mask.
So,
hey, listen, when you get the ass, you got to make sure you have the mask on. So when you put your face in the ass, you'll be covered. So you put the mask and ass. Put the mask on when you're in the. Nah, never mind. Go ahead, DJ. That was about to go left. Let me shut up.
Oh my god!
He have digging himself a hole while Haskins was looking into.
Hey, you never want to. You never want to dig when you're talking about ass. So let's keep going.
Haskins was sitting there like, I wish y'all would create a hole like this without the scramble.
Somebody was like, well, Haskins should have been in the playbook. Like, he wasn't in the playbook. He saw a curl route in there somewhere.
Shit.
Shout out to G-Rob.
Masking ass is
okay,
good.
So about Haskins. Okay, so he's already apologized. And, this would not be news if it weren't for the pandemic. And honestly, even after the apology, people are still piling on to him. And, just like typical social media fashion, especially in our fan base, because, I would say, I'm being generous here, I would say about 45% of the fan base hates having a black quarterback. So,
you know what? At first, I remember you used to say that back in the day, but now I'm starting to believe it now.
Yeah, because I feel like they've compared him to Geist now. And I'm just like, dude didn't commit a crime. Now we're
oh
reaching,
shit! I forgot about that. Yeah, I forgot Darius Geist committed a crime.
Yeah, we're comparing making it rain on that ass to beating the fuck out of his girlfriend now. Is that what we're doing now in this fan base? To shit on another black quarterback? I'm like, shoot, with RG3, y'all were blaming the fact that he cheated on the first white girl he was with and had a baby with the current white girl that he's with. I mean, it's just all over the place. But just to focus back on Haskins, yes, this is the second time he has violated COVID protocols. So, he definitely needs to chill on these COVID protocol violations, especially since you have a head coach who just is in remission from cancer, nearly died. And the fact that we're in the middle of a playoff chase due to the, whack ass NFC East, and we're in a position that we have no business being in. I would say that whole division has no business being in the playoffs, but nonetheless, we're here. And we're about to be in a situation, if Alex is not healthy, you're supposed to be the guy. But if Washington suspends you, which they can, then we're looking at either dude named Montez, and I don't even know the other quarterback's name. So, and right now we're without
Kyle Allen.
No, he's hurt. He was injured for the season.
Oh
Yeah.
So we're still without Antonio Gibson, which actually everybody wants to say, well, Alex Smith being out is the big issue. No, the bigger issue is Antonio Gibson is out, because before he hurt his toe and his turf toe and that lingers, he was having a monster year. I'm like, he was scoring a whole bunch of touchdowns, and he was pretty much the inside the tackle runner that could also catch out the backfield, like another version of Matt McCaffrey. And with opposing teams' defense focused on McLaurin, you see his production has gone down, but I don't think Scott Turner's been creative enough to get McLaurin the ball, because I'm like, I've been playing Madden, and you can put McLaurin in the slot. You can run jet sweep with him. I mean, you can do all these things, but I'm not Scott Turner, and neither is he me. So I think at the end of the day, with Dwayne Haskins,
you think they're gonna get rid of him?
They should not get rid of him, because again, this
so
is
what you think they're gonna do though?
See, Ron Rivera has done the thing that I've wanted that organization to do. Ignore these dumbass fans and do what you think is best. And Ron Rivera so far has done what's been best, and has told fans to shut the fuck up. Has told the media to shut the fuck up and just watch what I do. So I believe in Ron. I believe that he'll make the best decision possible. I think they should hold on to Haskins because he's young, he's making mistakes, but as a black quarterback in the league, we're often given the short leash on stuff like this. Like, we're supposed to be how many times, let's see, Baker Mayfield, we just talked about him earlier. Now, how long was he in the league before he reached that point where it's like it snapped, like he got it, and all of a sudden it was like, all right, I'm gonna just shut the fuck up and just focus on the football field. What was it, like 2-3 seasons?
Who was that again?
Baker Mayfield.
Oh no, it was like week 7. Week 7 last.
No. But what I'm saying is, 1.5 seasons. Right. So we're looking at Haskins. Now he's reaching that point. But again, I keep harkening back to the fact that we're talking about something that would be okay if it weren't for the pandemic. So he didn't really do anything wrong, per se. He didn't commit a crime, but people want to act like that. And everybody's favorite radio station locally, the Klan, was at it again today. So
say the Klan. No, but I mean, the thing about it is, I don't think they should release him either. But I said this when we talked about Jalen Hurts, and the leash is always short.
Yeah,
and you know what I mean about that.
Yeah.
And he didn't do anything wrong. I don't think he did anything overtly wrong.
Right.
But these little things like this, you got a quarterback in Pittsburgh that assaulted people.
Yes. I wasn't going to bring him up, but
I mean, you see what I'm saying? I mean, you got other quarterbacks who do certain things and they still are able to play. I mean, this guy just
the footage is still missing from that bar.
Right.
I hate to change the subject for a second, but
no, go ahead. You good? Because I'm about to jump to something else real quick. Go ahead.
This motherfucker on Twitter and Obi-Wan Watson. I know you're a Warriors fan, but simmer down.
Watch, you might be watching, man. You might be watching.
I don't give a fuck. You can call in for all I care. Fucking links up there. Shit.
So what'd he say?
So he retweeted this guy that said, so now everyone has become a professional basketball analyst after watching one half of basketball. Game 1 of the NBA season. I get the Nets came out killing, but maybe you guys should give the Warriors 5 to 7 games before you start talking about lottery. Motherfucker, people said this opening night last year, and what happened? Y'all
lottery.
So it's like, I hate when people ignore past precedent. Actually, literally last season, they ignore that. And they say, oh, all of a sudden, everybody's a basketball analyst. No, you're just bitter because the team's getting wiped right now. Like everybody called it. I said 2 weeks ago the team might miss the playoffs. Did anybody listen to me? No. Now y'all motherfuckers sitting there watching them get trounced. Oh, well, it's the first game of the season. Yeah, it's KD's first game in a season.
Oh,
and change.
And one more thing, just to finish off the Haskins thing. What nobody is really talking about is the fact that Daniel Snyder paid off somebody to keep that sexual harassment suit hush hush. So it's just, yeah, they're not going to really. I believe that they will not release Haskins. And then also one last thing, these fans that are complaining about him being maskless, these are the same people that would get mad if they went to Walmart and were forced to put on a mask. So I don't want to hear shit.
Right. Yeah, Mr. Ham said Milledgeville, right? And I'm from Georgia. Mr. Ham's from Georgia. Milledgeville is in the middle of South Georgia, and once you get past like Statesboro, you don't want to get caught down in those spots. I just put it like that.
Well, shoot, that's like that. Let's see, if there's a university in Western Maryland. It's in the mountains. It's called Frost.
Okay.
It's the other FSU.
So there you go. So
like Frederick County, yeah, you don't want to stop.
That's what I'm saying. I live here in South Carolina. It's like there's some places literally. There's some places. I mean, I don't drive there because I drive trucks in South Carolina. There are some places you don't want to stop. I mean, even for people that's not our race, it's that bad. I mean, you got people that still got the. I'm not going to. We'll talk about that another day. You don't want to stop in some of these pockets here in South Carolina. But like Milledgeville, I don't think Milledgeville is that bad. But they cover for themselves, and exactly that's what happened with Roethlisberger. He's in Milledgeville, Georgia. Don't know why he's in Milledgeville because I didn't even know he had any ties to down in Georgia like that. Shoot. But. He was there and he did what he did, and all of a sudden you can't find this, you can't find that, and he walks away. Trust me, if it was someone of a different race, I'm not even trying to go there on this episode, but if it's someone different, motherfucker rest, he'd have been gone.
Can I read y'all this? Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, G-Rob brought up Cecil County. Well, if you had, Cecil County, St. Mary's County is actually another place, and then also if you head across the bridge, the Ocean City. Yeah, that's other spots. And then there's pockets in Annapolis that even, are bad, even though it's a black neighborhood. But you could tell, like, I went into this one neighborhood working for this one company, delivering packages, and there was a whole bunch of nice houses. Then all of a sudden I got through some part of woods, and there was like the projects, which just plopped in this one spot. I'm like, broken windows, dudes waiting outside for the building I was about to go into. I ain't going nowhere near this place.
Can I read y'all this Golden State Warriors roster?
Go ahead, because I'm about to jump into the Juju Schuster thing. Go ahead real quick.
Oh God, that's funny.
Kent Bazemore, Marquise Chris.
Oh, wait a minute.
No.
You said enough. I don't want to hear nothing else. I'm about to cut down my volume. Go ahead. I don't want to hear about Kent Bazemore. Dude is talented, but he's one of those guys that's talented at playing basketball, but he can't play in the NBA. You know what I mean?
Stephen Curry, Draymond Green, Damian Lee, who's only in the league because he's literally like Steph's like brother-in-law. Kevon Looney, Nico Mannion, he's actually going to be pretty good as a rookie. Michael Mulder, Kelly Oubre, Eric Pascal, Jordan Poole, Alan Smelegic, Klay Thompson, who's injured for the season.
Smelegic.
Juan Toscano Anderson. Motherfucker got a hyphenated name like he took his wife's last name. Anyway, Brad Wanamaker.
Probably took his boyfriend's last name.
Oh.
Wait a minute. His name. Hold on. His name is Smelegic.
Smelegic. Smailagic.
I want that jersey just to have that. I'm gonna hang it up right here. Smelegic.
Brad Wanamaker, who I've watched the Celtics. I've watched him quite a bit. He's a fucking scrub. Andrew Wiggins, who went 4 for 16 this game, and James Wiseman, the rookie that they got with the second pick. Now you tell me where you find a bucket on that entire list outside of Stephen Curry. Please, I can read you the fucking box score right now. It's not pretty. Okay, Stephen Curry went 7 for 21. I can give him a break only because he hadn't played in a year. Okay, but then Then you got Eric Pascal. Eric Pascal played 22 minutes, 6 points. Andrew Wiggins went 4 for 16. Kelly Oubre 3 for 14.
See, that's the guy. Kelly Oubre is supposed to get some buckets, but
Jordan Poole played 14 minutes and got up three shots.
60-win season, bro.
Wait a minute, hold on. Were they playing a 1-3-1 zone?
Not
Man,
even
fuck out of here.
Not even, bro.
They were just playing
60-win season, bro.
Yeah, not even 2K. Not even in 2K with that roster.
Was playing a 1-3-1 zone just now.
Hey, man, times is hard, man.
Times definitely hard.
All right, here you go. What you think, DJ Bills? Y'all talk about it. Quick thoughts on Juju dancing on the logo after his performance.
Oh, I already shared the quick little video.
Look, I mean, look, man. I want to talk about the Steelers a little bit in general, but
that's fine. That's fine.
We broke them.
We're gonna get to that. So the thing is, it's never good to dance on somebody's logo. But here's what gets me is like,
just XTO.
The Steelers players, yeah, they have to come to his defense, but for them to act like this is a non-issue, that's been an insult in football since Pop Warner. You don't dance on their logo. Period. You don't.
We had a team in the playoffs one year in high school, like my senior year. They came out of G-Rob and noticed school, Milford Mill. They came to our field and they like walked in the middle of our field, in the middle of our warm-up. So it was like,
oh, that's so disrespectful. I remember when schools used to do that in high school. That used to be so disrespectful.
And you know what happened? We won the game, but the biggest play of the game was a 78-yard bomb that I caught for a touchdown. Fuck them.
Dancing on the field, dancing on a team's logo is no different than Shawn Michaels laying the Canadian flag out.
Yeah.
It's no different. It's an insult. So for them to act like that, it's a non-issue is utterly ridiculous. But they have a trend of doing that, acting like things are non-issues that are completely issues on that team. Mm-hmm. The Steelers in general, I'm tired of people calling them a bad team, overrated, all that dumb shit. They're 11-3. Let's make no mistake about it. They're on a 3-game skid right now. They lost to a Washington team that's probably going to win their division and is a lot better than their record indicates. They lost to another team who was a division rival, and they pissed off before the game.
Mm-hmm. I don't think it's no reason to panic. I'm gonna be honest.
I don't think it's any reason to panic either. I still think they're built for the playoffs. They have.
You don't want to. You don't want to lose 3 in a row, but I don't think it's no reason to panic.
But they're a team that can run the ball. They're a team that can. They lost their star middle linebacker, but I think they'll manage. They can rush the passer without having a blitz. They have targets. They have a big threat now in Claypool. They have Juju when he's not dancing and doing stupid shit. They have pieces to compete. Look, I don't think anybody's going to beat Kansas City. I want a record and said that. I think the Steelers have the best chance. I think the Bills are kind of creeping up with that. But the issue with the Bills, I hate to be all over the place. The issue with the Bills is that they can't run the ball. So come playoff time, that's what's going to hurt them. But yeah, the Steelers are still in position to be they fell to the 3rd seed. I mean, big deal. It's the AFC. It's not the NFC. It's the AFC. There are more dangerous teams down there in the 6 and the 7. Come on, bro.
Did y'all see this? Please, somebody tell me this isn't true.
What?
Oh boy.
Somebody tell me that ain't true. Read that.
Go up.
Oh, my bad. My bad. There you go.
Oh.
That's not true. Somebody please tell me that's not true.
I think it's true.
Oh, in a game?
I think it's true. I think it's true. I can go find this game log. I think it's true.
It says, fun fact, Juju Smith-Schuster has more TikToks than receiving yards in the game. That's terrible. That's terrible if that's true. That's horrible. Let's see. Mr. Ham says the Steelers have flaws, injuries, but decimated their linebacker core. That matters. Yeah, I mean, because their defense is from the linebacker corp out. I can agree with that.
Last night, him dancing on the logo, he had 3 catches for 15 yards.
Yep.
What?
Yep.
Hold on now.
And, and of course, he fumbled on that play.
Wait a minute. Now, see, when T.O. danced on the star, at least T.O. was balling.
Scored like 3 times.
That's right. At least T.O. was balling. I still don't agree with dancing on the logo. That's a sign of disrespect, but If you caught 3 touchdowns and you were balling that game, I can see why you do it.
I got one worse. Against Cleveland on the 18th.
Oh, I see it too. Oh no!
2 catches, 6 yards.
What?
Yeah, he's had a horrible year.
4 catches.
Yeah, see, and you know what? This is why. See, this is why. This is why. I'm not gonna say he's not that good because I don't think he is bad as what the numbers indicate. I don't think he's as good as what they're hyping him. Because you remember, they were thinking Juju was going to be like AB. Because AB, see what I'm saying? They thought he was going to be up that. I don't think he's that. I think he's an okay receiver. I don't think he's as bad as these numbers are saying. I think it goes back to this TikTok shit. He needs to get off of that. This is the reason why he's not balling.
It's not TikTok. Do y'all remember when we discussed,
he says it's not TikTok.
Do y'all remember when we discussed Big Ben Roethlisberger and I went on a rant about how he never has any accountability for the shit that happens with the team and Le'Veon Bell and AB and how they're gonna rue the day that. Well,
I mean, we kind of knew that Ben Roethlisberger wasn't going to be held accountable to anything after what happened in Millersville. But go ahead.
No, but so what I said they got rid of AB. Thinking that Juju is going to be the next AB, and they don't realize the only reason he had that season was because of AB. They thought James Conner was going to be their replacement for Le'Veon Bell. They didn't realize the only reason why he had that season was because everybody prepped for Le'Veon Bell, and he wasn't there. Now people are starting to see these 2 players turn out to be frauds, but frauds that they made, not frauds that the players themselves came out and purported themselves as.
Well, I mean, you can say what you want because Le'Veon Bell, even though with his stint with the Jets, he still played pretty good. Yeah, and you see what AB is doing now. But so it's like
Juju's been overrated. He's been that.
Now that's what I'm saying. I agree. I think he's overrated, but I don't think he's as bad as what these numbers are out. I don't think he's that bad.
No. Well, to sum it all up, really, it's just bad juju.
That's a good one.
But no, I mean, he's not a guy that's a number 1 receiver. Chase Claypool's a number 1 receiver on that team.
But I tell you what,
yeah, that kid's playing pretty good.
But you know what? Bad juju can become good juju if he come over to Washington and be paired up with McLaurin.
Oh no, man!
To Washington, you know you want to come over.
I don't know, man.
Let me
tell you the reason why I say that. Juju Smith-Schuster is probably getting to the point where he's getting to the point where he's almost damaged goods because he was overhyped. He played okay, and now he's having this type of season on a good team. It's not like the team is doing bad. The team is doing good despite him. We're probably seeing the guy that you have in front of you. I don't think he's that bad what the numbers indicate, but I don't think he's going to get too much better than what we see.
Oh, and I have a question. This is kind of unrelated to Pittsburgh.
No, go ahead.
As far as the tight end market in the NFL, what happened to Austin Hooper?
Well, I'll say that. I will say that. Let me say something. I will say this. I will say this real quick. I will say this. That is one thing the Falcons did good. They got rid of him, and they got Hayden Hurst. And Hayden Hurst has been playing pretty good for the Falcons because Austin Hooper was pretty good with the Falcons, and they must have knew something because they did not re-sign him to that big contract. That's one plus for the Falcons. I give them that.
And you know what? This is why I don't listen to these dumbass Washington fans because they ration Logan Thomas like towards the beginning, and then look at him now.
Logan Thomas was a quarterback at Virginia Tech.
Right. And now he's like tight end number 1, outperforming Austin Hooper.
So
well, that is true. You're right. You're right.
Apparently, Austin can't hoop.
So 2018, Juju had 166 targets.
Okay, well, how many catches, though?
111 catches, 1,400 yards, and 7 touchdowns. Now, here's the issue with that.
Okay, hold on. 2018.
Mm-hmm.
Who played with him?
AB.
AB was okay. All right. That's all I'm about to say because he didn't do this as a number 1. I was about to say.
So the issue with that is He played.
AB was getting. AB was targeted. I mean, he was on defense. He was defensively targeted.
He played the Scottie Pippen role because AB got 168 targets for
he played the John Taylor role. He played the Alvin Harper role.
I'm not gonna do that to them guys. He played the Scottie Pippen.
Now I will say I will say this. If John Taylor or Alvin Harper was to happen to be a number one, they would have put up some numbers. They probably wouldn't have put up number one numbers, but they would have put up some numbers. I will say that.
That's not true because Alvin Harper was number one for the Redskins and did absolutely nothing.
Juju's first year starting last year, fresh off of AB being gone, that motherfucker had 42 catches for 550 yards. And he was the unquestioned number one. So, yeah, let's be honest. Is it really a good look that they went and drafted Chase Claypool as high as they did right after you became the number one?
DJ, I don't know. DJ, he don't need to come to. He don't need to come to the Redskins. I think Juju may need to stay where he's at.
That motherfucker.
Because remember, you said the stats were when he was a number two. He's gonna be a number two with McLaurin being number one.
Well, that is true. That is true. Good point. That is a good point.
That's why I want him to be the number one. Hell no. Fuck that.
I don't know.
G-Rob said Alvin Harper did nothing with the Bucs.
Exactly. He did with the Bucs. Like the Bucs are supposed to be some world beater or something.
Hey, that was what, late 90s? The Bucs were still wearing creamsicle. They were doing nothing.
Bum ass team.
They were playing. They were still drinking. They were still wearing orange sickle. The Bucs was nothing back then.
Motherfuckers had Derrick Brooks, John Lynch, and a prayer. That's what the motherfuckers had for like 3 years prior to
switching them jerseys.
God.
Well, as soon as they switched
jerseys and the coach.
All right.
So Washington, we keep talking about Washington, so that's what I'm gonna bring up on the podcast. I think we might have talked about this before. They need to change this playoff system. And I'm not even talking about the 7 seeds. I'm talking about home games for shitty teams with shitty records.
Oh yeah, I remember. I think you brought this up before.
I think we did. I think we just expounded upon it. But so here's the thing. And I nailed this down with my cousin the other day of all the parameters and everything. So it's as simple as this: if you go 7-9 or worse, and there are teams below you that made the wild card that have a better record, you should not have a home game.
Right.
That's what I think.
Yeah, because technically what you saw this past Sunday against Seattle, that was a playoff preview.
Shit, speaking of Seattle, good God, what happened?
Seattle went 7-9, and they faced the Saints in Seattle, which is a huge advantage, and they beat them one year. And I think they did it another time where they shouldn't have had a home game. There was a time that it actually came back to bite. Who was it? This has happened a couple of times now where a team's been 7-9 and had a home playoff game. I think Minnesota might have been 7-9 the year that it was ice cold up there, and Seattle had to go up there, and I think they lost. Right. Mm-hmm. Seattle had a better record than them. So look, if you're 8-8, if you're 500 or above, you can have your playoff game. If you're below 500, I'm sorry. People can talk about, it demeans what it means to win your division. No, it means you won a shitty division.
Yeah, because I'm looking at these the playoff picture right now. As far as my team, Washington, the scenario is this for Washington: win next week, and the Giants lose, you win the division, you're in the playoffs. That's basically the scenario. Right now, the potential matchups. Both the Rams and the Buccaneers are tied at 9-5, with the Cardinals being 8-6. Those are your 3 possible matchups that would have to travel on the road in this current setup to play Washington.
And who wants to play Washington at home at this point? Nobody.
I can agree.
Washington, in Washington, and I said this, they're better than their record indicates. Nobody wants to play Washington anywhere, much less in Washington. But here's the thing, Washington's actually good, but I'm talking about other years where teams have not really been very good. They win a shitty division and they have a home game. It's bullshit. Because we're looking at these records right now. Okay, you have the Browns who are 10-4, right? Mm-hmm. Well, let's say whoever wins the AFC South isn't 10-4 because you got the Colts who are 10-4 and the Titans who are 10-4. Let's say they were 7-9. You got to travel to Tennessee. You got to travel to Indy, and you're 10-4. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
I don't think you earned yourself a playoff game just by winning a bad division. That's why there's such thing as strength of schedule in college basketball and college football. They look at things like that because.
Think it should just completely reseed once the playoffs start?
No, I think
Like
it's fine how it is, but
I don't think they need to
discretion with the.
Yeah, I was about to say I don't think they necessarily need the reseed. I think they just need to seed accordingly.
Yeah.
Because
that makes sense.
Because here's the thing: they do that after the wild card games are done. They reseed for the division.
They reseed that, but I think like even before it gets to the playoffs, you just have to look at the records and say, hey, you're here, you're here, you're here, you're here. They should just seed according to what the records say instead of just trying to reseed what's already there. Because like right now, the division leaders are going to get a certain seed. Like no, let's not even seed them. Like yo, if another team is in the playoffs that has a better record than you, they should just get the seed that you're supposed to get that you used to get.
That's exactly what I'm saying. You just explained.
Yeah, it's a difference between when you said reseed than just seeding them. Because reseeding saying like the division already has it. They should never get it in to begin with if they have the losing seed. I mean the losing record.
Well, no, because the regular season seeding is going to be one thing. The playoff seeding will be completely different. That's what I meant by reseeding.
I see what you're saying. I got you.
How would you do it?
Well, exactly as it was just said. Once the regular season ends, whatever your record is out of the playoff teams, your rank will be according to that.
Right. Like if you have a 7-9 division leader, but you have a 10-4 second place division leader, I mean the division person in another division, that 10-4 should have that seed that division leader has. People are going to make
the argument that you should just eliminate divisions in that case.
No, because
I don't think you should. I don't think you should eliminate division. I don't think you should be.
The problem comes with tiebreakers. You still got to have your tiebreakers, and division records settle tiebreakers. I think they're their first tiebreaker.
No, but what I'm saying,
my thing, I think is if it's that egregious to where an 8-8 division leader is getting seeded over a 10-4 or what is it like a 11-5 second place team in another division, I think that's a little bit egregious. I don't think that they should be rewarded, especially if those two teams win against each other in a regular season, and let's say that 10 or that 11-5 team beat that 8-8 team.
But you know what? When there were only 3 divisions, just to go down that road, when there were 3 divisions, we never had this problem.
No, you didn't. You
had a 4th seed or a 4th division. This happened in hockey too. The Southeast Division in hockey, they sucked minus the Capitals and maybe the Carolina Hurricanes. And it was always the Capitals getting in because everybody else in that division sucked. No matter
and like I said, I think like if you have a situation, let's say 11-5, or let's say a 10-6 team that won a division, and let's say the other division team, they didn't win their division, they're 11-5, it's one game ahead of that division. I don't think that division leader probably should still get the home game. But if it's egregious to where it's like a 500 team getting a division, they're getting a higher seed over somebody who got 3 games ahead of them, I'll kind of question that.
I don't agree with my issue. I don't agree with adding an extra team. That's
No, I don't either. I don't have a problem with that.
It's a participation trophy at this point. I mean, there are 4 division winners, and if you have one of the 2 best records outside of that, you make the playoffs. Why does a 3rd team have to make it? It's getting to be where, like, making a play. It's just like everybody's like until last week, the Patriots might make the playoffs. Did anybody like the Patriots to see a fucking playoff team? No.
I don't want to see Cam Newton overthrow anybody. I'm good. But my thing is, even how they got it set up, like if there's a 7 team, the overall number 1 seed gets to bye, right?
They get the bye.
Okay, that's how they got. Okay, that's how they got. Okay. I couldn't remember that.
Yeah, the bottom 6 go at it in the first.
But that's what's bullshit about it. I'm sorry. I think the top 2 teams should still have their bye.
I can agree with that. I'm with you on that.
You need to drop the 7th team. There's no need for it. I'm sorry. I don't care about if you're okay. This is the way I look at it. If you're the 7th best team in your fucking conference, That means that either you lost some games you had no business losing, or you're really just grasping at straws for even making the playoffs. Because quite frankly, there are only like 4 teams, 2 in each conference every year, that are even going to compete for a Super Bowl and actually be built to win a Super Bowl on a neutral site against the other best team in the league. It's like just, I mean, it's ridiculous to me. It's like adding 2 teams to the NBA playoffs. Why?
And then, okay, and here's another question I have. As far as scheduling on TV, so that means per weekend, the first weekend is going to be what, 3 games on each? So it's going to be 6 games. Or, wait a minute, yeah, 3 on each side.
3 on each day.
3 on each day. They added an extra team purely to get more money, more viewers, and recruit, and especially this season, recouping from COVID.
So let's revisit this now. Because we talked about this a couple weeks ago. We said it was a bit early.
Mm-hmm.
So looking at this now, you got the Bills at 11-3. You got the Chiefs at 13-1.
Mm-hmm.
You got the Steelers at 11-3, and you got the Titans and the Colts both tied at 10-4. So my question to y'all is, we still have the Chiefs as the front runner, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who are you putting second, the Bills or the Steelers? Or even the Browns, or the Titans.
Bills look stronger.
I don't think the Colts are. I think the Colts are. I don't think they're as good as their record indicates. I'll go the opposite way.
They're only going as far as their defense and their quarterback.
And I don't think the Titans are that good either. The Steelers beat them pretty handily. That's why when everybody says the Steelers are overrated, I'm like, well, if you're calling the Titans a legit contender, Steelers beat them.
Yeah, but here's the thing: if the Titans have the ability to run the ball, Steelers, for some reason, they're not running the ball the way they should.
I think they just well. Connor's been hurt the past couple of weeks. He isn't quite left belt, but he is an upgrade from who they have.
Mm-hmm.
Because Snell's more of a, situational back. I mean,
Snell's played a little more balanced than we give him credit for. He looks actually pretty good.
Yeah, but he's more so should be using spurts. I think Connor.
I agree.
Yeah, Connor.
No, I agree with you. I'm just saying when I see him run the ball, he looks like he can do a little bit of everything.
Oh no, he can. He's just better off being used kind of in spurts. I mean, I'd still put Pittsburgh second over the Bills because I just think the Bills can't run the ball come playoff time.
Right.
I think that's the issue with them. And the Titans also, we got to see how Tannehill plays come playoff time. When he had to throw the ball last year, it didn't work out against Kansas City.
Yeah. All right, I'm about to put this up on the screen. If you still can come in and hit the link if you want to. And if y'all want to talk a few minutes, you can do that. I'm going to put that back up there. It's also in the pinned tweet. Oh, not pinned tweet, but it's also in the pin on the top of the chat. DJ, you showed me this. I'm going to show this to everybody else. What the hell is this?
There's a way to pops up.
Oh.
So, okay, so
what the hell is this?
I've seen this. Apparently it's a thing. KFC is releasing their own console / cooker or fryer or whatever they want to bake their chicken in. So this is a thing that apparently will be able to
hold on, I'll be back.
Keep your
chicken, keep talking.
Yeah, apparently keep your chicken warm while running your video games at 4K 240 frames per second.
No.
I'm thinking the same thing because it's just like, okay, this is definitely targeted towards Black people. Like, this is definitely, like, from the color, from the fact that it's from KFC, and the fact that we're talking about chicken here. I'm like, come on. Yeah. G-Rob said it right. This is racist as fuck. I don't know who in their marketing department thought this was a good idea, and the money that was spent, and what type of games are we talking about here? Like, I really didn't dig any further other than what I saw, because just seeing this is ridiculous. Like, it's an insult. No pun intended.
I got nothing. I got nothing.
The game comes with 2K.
bro.
Oh, and a biscuit.
I got nothing.
I just don't like where like we okay before maybe
a VR ready high end gaming PC.
Man, I just look at it like this. We had Soldier Boy come out with his own rip-off console, and that was bullshit.
The complete specs haven't been revealed, but we know it's got an Intel Nuke 9 CPU, Seagate Barracuda 1 terabyte SSD.
Yeah, but what about the cooking capabilities? I'm like, can it fry up to like 500 degrees Fahrenheit? Does it have a can it broil or just bake?
This should give me a headache.
Or is it a grill master? See, and that's why I didn't really look into it further, because this is just utter stupidity. Yes, idiocy, whatever you want to call it, coonery,
coonery.
Anything, any description that could be thought of, it is that. It's just straight. Yeah, it is.
This is my thing, and I don't know what y'all said, but this is my thing. If and I said this earlier on DJ, if KFC can do this, and I know some people they're probably going to agree with me. What the fuck is wrong with Sega? Why Sega can't make a console if KFC is making one?
All right, and I mentioned this to VF before we went live. I was like, Sega compare it with Burger King. They can have something run 4K and top it off at 300 frames per second. Have gaming your way.
I need a sequel to this. I need a sequel to this, please. So if KFC can do it, Sega, if you hear me, make another one of these.
And meanwhile, that console will be able to flame broil your Whopper while you game.
No thanks. I'll pass.
I don't want. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Right now, I'll be honest.
I'm gonna be honest with you. The only thing about this console I'm interested in, I want to really see them run games at 4K at 240. I think that's bullshit. I don't think it can do that.
I want to see the cooling system while you're fucking apparently warming up chicken and playing.
Man, that's just gonna fry. That's just gonna fry everything in there.
Fucking house up. You might. As well
that's what I'm saying.
You might as well fry a turkey in your house. That's gonna be the same result.
KFC explosive device.
Honestly, I don't want no parts of this console because, like I said, I think this is racist as shit. But
this looks like KFC Allah Akbar edition console.
I just want to know what
shit KFC for. That's what the fuck it is.
KFC Claymore.
But I want to see. I want to see what this can do. I just want to see what's under the hood. Sega, you're put on notice at this point. If a chicken company,
it's chicken grease,
right? Exactly. If a chicken company could make a console, Sega, you need to get on your job.
I need IGN to do a live first impressions.
Man, all right, we got.
They would complain about roaches in the PS4. You're gonna have mad roaches in the KFC.
Shit. All right, we got Pooh. He actually came to the panel. We can let him talk for a minute. Pooh, you there? What's going on?
What to say? What's he doing here?
At first, I had nothing to say, but
put your camera on.
Damn, shit! If I only got a couple minutes here, there's no reason for me to turn my camera on. I'm not gonna be here full time. I'm not gonna be here to look. Deal with it, motherfucker. Look, you'll see me in my streams. Anyway,
oh, what you say? You'll see him in your dreams. Hey, Bills, he said you dreaming about him.
Like Freddy Krueger.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Dreams.
Oh man, you dreaming? You dreaming about him?
Right.
Oh man.
Catch you in your sleep.
Oh,
see you in my dreams.
Can I get this out? First off, congrats on 200.
Appreciate it.
I mean, like shit. Like how long has it been since y'all started this?
We started this in 2017, and we didn't think we would get any closer to 200, right, Bills? It was just me and Bills at first.
We were just shooting the shit for a while,
right? And I had like the worst. I had the worst setup for this podcast. It was like horrible.
And probably anxiety, low key. But
yo, I was supposed to have 4. We were supposed to have 4 topics, and all of those gonna be first through 4th down. It was horrible the way we started this thing.
It ain't no different how Weapon Wheel started. Oh, welcome. Here are my guns. That's how BG started.
I remember that.
Our podcast was like giving The Rock a script to read off of when he's doing a promo.
And we literally thought we was gonna go by script at first, right, Bills? It was bad. Like, but yeah, man, appreciate it. What else you got, Pooh?
Yeah, pretty much. Also, when it went to that KSC thing, like I swear that shit is a frag grenade just waiting to explode, just waiting to happen, bro.
Better enjoy that 2-piece because once you going up 2K, enjoy that chicken because that's gonna be the only fucking thing. You enjoy.
Oh god, but
it keeps your chicken warm.
Yeah, pretty much. Like congrats on that. Congrats on the merch and everything else. Like it's just constant improvement going on with y'all. It's either gonna be day in and day out, or it's gonna be a weekly thing, or whichever I got it going on.
I think basically this is somewhat of a, as far as the panel thing. This is so it kind of started when Joe Numbers came here, and I thought about it, and the DJ said we should do it for this episode. I kind of had an idea to do the same thing, but I didn't know in what capacity. So it's kind of like when Joe Numbers came here that a couple episodes ago, and what DJ said, I kind of fused them together, and I want to do it. Now, is this going to be an ongoing thing? I don't know, because I'm going to be honest, you're the only one that's been here so far. I thought a couple other people was going to be here, so I think people, they like the format, but I think some people are still a little bit timid to actually show up. You've been here before, so you know. I mean, you can click the link on your phone, your tablet, your computer. It doesn't matter. StreamYard works anywhere, so if you want to use it, you may not have the best reception on your phone depending on where you're at, but it could be done. If you want to come in and just say a few things, you want to add something to throw a wrinkle in what we're talking about, that's something good, but I don't know if it's going to be an ongoing thing. But as of right now, it's still in the testing. Maybe it'll become an ongoing thing when we get more of a demand for it. But so far, I like it. I mean, I think it's a pretty good concept. I think it's very unique. And it's not necessarily just like a call-in show. It's more like, hey, if you got something you want to, not just talk about in the comment section, if you just want to like bring it up by voice, the option is there. So I think, because we don't go on script anyway. So, it just adds more to what we do. Mm-hmm. So it's all in the test right now.
Yeah, I definitely do feel like it's, that with what you said, which is people being timid, that definitely has a good bit to do with it, because
well, it's new. We kind of like threw it on everybody. We didn't necessarily promote it. Like, we don't promote much here anyway. We just go. And I think that's one of the detriments. I think that's one of the detriments to this podcast. But at the same time, the flip side of it, going into listening to us, it's organic. There's nothing scripted or forced about it. We just go.
I'm just waiting for somebody to pop up with the screen name Mayan Rudy 42.
Trying to sneak it in. No, I'm gonna be honest with you. My biggest fear is some clown to come up here and probably be butt ass naked on this goddamn screen when they come up here.
God,
that's what I'm afraid of.
I remember.
You should have left that in your head. You just gave him a fucking idea now.
I remember so much of that when I was in Google Hangouts, when I was just talking Eagle stuff, and then some random guy would come right in the hangout and just have either Avi or some crazy disgusting shit, or
and then you turn around and told him like, I hope you see me in your dreams.
Hey yo, you need to be stopped. Right now.
He said you need to be stopped.
I'm just messing with you, man.
Don't make me tell your wife to put you in timeout, bro.
Hey man, watch it, man. Listen, I'm gonna tell you. I'm don't do that, because I'm guilty as charged. She will believe damn near anything y'all say. No, don't do that.
Why Pooh sound like a Saturday morning cartoon protagonist? You need to be stopped.
Right. I like to do that.
Somebody got to put a stop to this.
We're not going to take this.
Well, then he'd be just like a non-protagonist. He'd be the one that'll say someone needs to stop this man, but won't do it himself.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Spider-Man, where are you? After they victimized him and called him all the names in the fucking book.
I was like, I know we hate Batman, but damn, can he just show up once?
Bro,
during the day?
He talk all that shit about Spider-Man. Oh, where is he now? Like, motherfucker, you were judging him the whole time. He's making pop up, saving the day.
That'd be
you're crazy.
Exactly. That'd be him exactly.
So since you're here, and I mean, I don't have anybody else lined up yet. Hey, you guys can still hit the link. You'll probably be in the background, and we can add you. You know, if you decide to come through, because we're going to be here probably about another 20 minutes, because I got another topic I want to talk about real quick. But Pooh, I did not let you get on the podcast the other day because everything was new about your Eagle quarterback situation. You want to talk about that for a second?
Yeah, I definitely have no problem talking about it, especially since I had some time to think it over with this whole thing.
That's why I didn't add you the first time. I didn't want you to. I wanted you to get some time and think about it.
To put it simply, as far as I'm concerned, whatever happens the rest of these 3-4 games and whatever happens the rest of this offseason, the Eagles absolutely deserve what the hell else comes to them. So if that goes with Carson Wentz being traded, I don't mind it. I actually hope he gets traded just so he can get away from this toxic ass team.
What landing spots do you see?
Indianapolis Colts or New England Patriots?
Oh, okay.
I ain't gonna lie, both of them are really good spots. I'm not. I don't know. I know Bill's gonna have his quarrels about the Patriots, but
look,
I think the Colts will be a really good fit for him.
That's all I'm saying about the Patriots.
Right.
That's all I'm saying about the Patriots. I'd be fine with it if Bill Belichick wasn't still there. I'd probably go back to being a Patriots fan.
You need to get over your hatred with this man.
No, fuck him.
Bro, Bills. I've been wanting to ask you this. Who would you hate more? Who would you hate more, Bill Belichick or Karl Malone?
I don't hate. Here's the thing. I don't hate Bill Belichick as a person.
But you hate him as
Karl Malone has no redeeming qualities. He's a rapist. He's a deadbeat. like Bill Belichick took care of his kids, right? He's a good father, right? He employed his son. Karl Malone don't got any redeeming quality. Motherfucker bald. He hunts deer for a fucking.
Hold on, DJ's bald, bro. That's fucked up.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
Hey, DJ, keep the hat on. DJ, keep the hat on. Keep the hat on, bro. Don't let Bills intimidate you, man.
No, hold on. DJ's bald, but I can't say the rest of the shit I said about him. That's why I tried to tag it on and say. He got a fucking handlebar mustache. Who still has
Bills, as far as that complaint, would fit in right with the rest of everybody at Weapon Wheel podcast. They had that same complaint about everybody. It was bald.
But it's no. Bill Belichick. I don't hate Bill Belichick as a person. I just can't stand what he's done to that organization and how he's just basically pretended like. No matter what player comes and goes, he's still going to be able to do what he does. And we've seen this year that that's not the case. So I don't hate Bill Belichick. I think he's a decent human being. Karl Malone, on the other hand, I wouldn't piss on him if he was on fire. Fuck him. I don't even drink beer. I'll fucking open up a cold one when he fucking dies. Fuck him. And his handlebar mustache.
That's straight roof.
Hey, one thing about Karl Malone, why the hell Karl Malone talks to himself when he shoots a free throw? What? I never got that. What was that? What was that about?
That motherfucker was repenting for all the sins. Rapist and deadbeat. That's why.
Damn it! I shouldn't have put my hands on my daughter.
Oh my god!
No, fuck that. He raped a woman. He raped a girl.
Yeah, I think she was like 13 or something like that.
Impregnated her. Became a deadbeat, and then when he found out, she's good at basketball. Now I'm gonna claim her as my daughter again. Like, fuck out of here, bro.
Oh my God.
Yo, you know what the difference is? His daughter got a ring. How about you, bitch? Oh, you don't got one. Your daughter got a ring. Your daughter got a ring in half the time it took you to play. And she got a ring. Man, fuck him, man. Those bitch ass.
Let me hurry and get this Eagles shit out the way. Bills is hurting my ribs entirely. I'm about to feel like Drew Brees if he keeps this up.
Which was something I got right compared to everyone else because I said he was coming back from those.
I honestly did not think he was coming back. I didn't say that to be like right or wrong. I just thought the severity of the injury. I did not see it coming. I'm surprised.
Oh God, but yeah, basically with the Eagles, like I said, they deserve everything that comes with them, and I hope for Carson Wentz and his sake, he goes over to a team that actually doesn't bullshit him around the way how the Eagles have.
Oh wait, I have a question about the Colts though.
Go ahead.
So, do you think Phil Rivers is retiring after the season, or what was going to happen with that?
Either way, he ain't going to be with the Colts.
But I'm about to say, don't Phillip Rivers have like some job lined up as a coach or something?
He should. That I'm not
sure. I thought he did.
Coach or an analyst? Commentator.
Wait.
I don't know. But all I know is he ain't going to be on the Colts.
What did you?
I got a scenario because Alex Smith could possibly retire after the season, and we may possibly be cutting Dwayne Haskins. So if for the right deal, we'll take him off your hands.
Let me tell you my perfect offseason.
Yeah, but I will say this: I can't see that
as much as what Philly did to him.
I can't see that happening in the same division. I don't see that.
Well, it happened before.
It did, but I'm not. Yeah, it did before. I don't see it happening.
I'll tell you my perfect offseason. Bill Belichick gets his quarterback back that he never wanted to trade in the first place.
Jimmy Garoppolo?
Jimmy Garoppolo goes back to the Patriots, and Carson Wentz goes to the 49ers and balls out.
Either way, look, I will take that. I will take that because here's the thing. For the Eagles fans' sake that's been wanting this to happen for God knows how long, you better pray to God Jalen Hurts ends up being exactly what he's doing these past couple of games, which is, I mean, like, it's not much to say off of 2 games, but you better pray he ends up being great because if he doesn't, I got loads of receipts to pull up.
Yeah, because
you just drove away a quarterback that threw for 4K yards and did it with a receiver that didn't even hit 500.
The NFC is about to do something unprecedented. They're about to have 3 teams in the top 5 in the draft.
That's exactly what I could see happen.
Fucking crazy. They're gonna have 3 teams in the top 10 of the draft, bro. And all 3 of them teams at one point were the thick of things. Just a matter of weeks ago for the division win.
Jesus Christ.
Crazy.
This draft is gonna be probably just as insane as last year's was, to say the least. So
real quick before you go, who you got getting the first pick? The Jets or the Jaguars at this point?
Oh shit. That's actually gonna be hard.
The Jets have the Patriots and they have the Browns?
And the Jags.
The Jags have, because I was looking at this the other day.
I'm about to search up their schedule
right now. The Jaguars' remaining schedule, they face the Bears and the Colts.
If that's their last 2,
home against the Bears, at the Colts.
Oh,
and the Colts are gonna have something to play for, so that's probably an L.
Well, I would say I was gonna mention that because it actually depends on the Colts situation. Because if the Colts actually got something to go for, then yeah, you can pretty much mark that as an L.
I'm betting on the Falcons. I think the Falcons are gonna blow every other lead that they have.
In the Browns' last 2 games, I mean the Jets' last 2 games are home against the Browns and away against the Patriots. Don't call me crazy. I think they win that game against the Patriots on the road.
Slightly off topic.
If they win that game against the Browns, they just a stupid organization.
Slightly off topic. VF, you're going to have to explain to me what the hell is going on with Georgia and blowing leads because it always seems to synergize so well together. And this is way before the whole thing going on with the Super Bowl where apparently Georgia teams is notorious for blowing leads. What the hell's up with that? Besides them.
I don't claim. I don't claim those other teams no more.
Yeah, right.
I'm dead serious. I may wear my Falcons hat every now and then. I don't claim those. I'll take that back. Honestly, dead ass serious. I do not claim the Georgia Bulldogs. That's one team I do not claim anymore. I don't know what's going on with the Falcons. I think they're cursed. Even the Braves, they had their issues in baseball. They're doing the same thing. I don't know, but the Braves always just been that team in the '90s that just they got over the hump like one time. But we was like runner up like in the NL for like so long. But I don't know what it is, man. I'll be honest with you.
Jaguars, by the way, I think is going to take the first pick.
I think,
Jags.
Bro, I think Adam Gase is going to be selfish and he's going to try to save his job and he's going to win the last games and play himself.
How the fuck are some of these coaches not fired yet? Particularly Gase.
Adam Gase is a really interesting one. I don't get it. There got to be some blackmail going on with that. He got to have some tapes of that owner touching little boys or something.
Oh, wait a minute. Speaking of,
he got to have.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Speaking of Marvin Lewis, bro. Hold on. Speaking of Marvin Lewis, yeah, I'm gonna do it.
You want to talk about blackmail? How'd that motherfucker hold on to that job as long as he did?
Right
in Cincinnati.
No, hold on. Speaking of blackmail,
win a playoff game.
No. Wait a minute. Speaking of blackmail, I'm about to put this up. I was pissed when I saw this. Look at this shit right here. I'm gonna put it on the screen right here. Look at this. They said that ESPN predicts the next Atlanta Falcons head coach. I put if this the guy, then I'm gonna continue not to watch them play. Guess who picture they got in this tweet?
Marvin Lewis.
Look at the look on his face.
I was about to say that.
Not even Herm Edwards. We not gonna put it Herm.
Motherfucker got a face look like he sat down on a dildo.
Bro, if I'm gonna be honest with you, I would have been okay with Herm Edwards. I have no problem with Herm because Herm Edwards did a phenomenal job at Arizona State. I give him that. This guy,
he got that look like him and Aaron Rodgers did the same drugs.
My knee,
my buddy.
Oh, and he had that look. He had that look when he found out he could be the Atlanta Falcons coach. He's like, "Why me?"
that motherfucker looked like his girl just found his phone, yo.
Like, lucky me,
bro. I swear. And I'm glad it was set up like this, so because people had to click that to be surprised. Because when they saw it, it was like, "Hold up." Atlanta Falcons new coach, and when they click it, they see that. I was like, "Oh hell no!"
Marvin Lewis from the side kind of look like Bill Cosby. I would like to talk to you about the Falcons job. You motherfucker like Marvin Cosby.
Yo, hey, Bills, he gonna have Quaaludes in the playbook. He got Quaaludes out. I'm gonna say Quaaludes in the playbook.
Fucking day right off left.
He gonna come up to Arthur Blank, say, "Yo, I got the perfect defense. I got the perfect offense. I got the perfect offense to knock out any defense. We're gonna win every game. Like before the game, we're gonna give them this Gatorade. Yo, trust me." We're going to be good.
Up your throat.
That motherfucker.
Yeah, literally up your throat.
that motherfucker gonna put a banner up in the locker room that says either we fucking or I'm fucking.
No, Bills. They're gonna have a banner. They're gonna have a banner in the And they're gonna have a banner in the visiting team locker room say, "Fuck or get fucked."
Oh, we can do this the easy way or the hard way.
Take it or leave it.
Take it or leave it.
Motherfucker said voluntary workouts. Ain't no such thing. Voluntary shit.
If you want them, you gotta get them.
It's gonna end up involuntary. You better watch it.
I can't unsee it now.
No, he does.
Oh my god, bro! He was like a little darker.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm dead serious. If I tell you right now, if the Atlanta Falcons pick this guy to be the coach, I ain't gonna say I'm done. I will not watch them at all next year.
I would not be surprised if any Atlanta fan was to sit up there and switch teams. I would not blame you. Be like, fuck it, welcome, open arms.
Oh, matter of fact, I'm glad you said that. Let's look at some of the comments. Let's look at some of the comments. And Alexander Jones said you shouldn't have even tweeted this. Bad look.
You should have seen the picture I was gonna use, which
he said. The dude said, "I don't know what I'd do if this happened, but I do know I would care less much about this team than I do now." Awesome. Bring in the retread coaches. Maybe he'll retain all the coaches on the current staff. The next year we'll be 3-13. Please tell me this is a clickbait article.
Why the only way things could get worse? Hire Marvin Lewis.
Oh.
And look at that.
Oh no.
Oh, that's fucking classic. That's classic. Oh my god.
Oh.
Somebody said definitely not happening. And look at this dude play.
Oh, no. Hell no. Oh, this is gonna be some shit.
Oh man.
Oh, those are great replies. Those were good ones.
All right. Now I got something that's unrelated. Well, kind of related to what I was talking about with Haskins, because a infamous quarterback had a quote, and basically I'm gonna actually send this to you.
Oh, you mean to tell me Jamarcus Russell came to his defense?
Oh shit.
What?
No, we ain't doing that today.
No.
Yo, that's just as bad as the Marvin Lewis situation.
Oh my God.
Show what I just sent you
In the DM?
in the Twitter DMs.
Okay, hold on.
And the quote is, "If you can't lead yourself, you can't lead others." And
Yo!
He said, "Hey, all right, here it is right here. Dan Orlovsky said, if you can't lead yourself, you can lead. You can't lead others." And look what DJ put. DJ put. We know we all make mistakes.
That was from the 0-16 season.
Yeah, that was from the 0-16 season. Yo, where's Smitty when you need him?
Oh, don't do
You
that.
know what Smitty would say? Well, you know what happens.
No, but look, yo, look at Jay Allen. Look at this. Look at this. Jay Allen, like, can you believe this shit?
Oh shit! I had to lay a hand on this motherfucker. He still work.
Look at all the fans' faces. They look like they're about to riot if he doesn't call that.
Right.
Look at my man up here. Look at where the cursor. Look at my man right here.
Oh
No, look at the lady that's pointing. Look at the people that's pointing.
Look at the guy that's next to the ref. He's pointing too.
God.
And the guy that's next to the ref pointing as well.
Oh my god, bro!
Look at this dumb motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly. That's what everybody said. Look at this dumb motherfucker.
Now it's fun because other than that, Dan Orlovsky does a great job with commentary, and he has provided. But this was one he should have just stayed out of.
Right.
Stay at home.
Bills, we're at the 2-hour mark. That bracket you sent, you want to do that next episode or what?
I mean, it would be quick.
It's up to you.
We can do it right now.
You want to do it now? Okay. All right. Let me set it up because the way it's set up is not like one big. It's not one big image, so I have to set it up.
Bracket, huh?
Yeah, this is a pretty interesting bracket. I did say I didn't want to. I
wasn't names.
I honestly said I didn't want to take no part in this, but since the way the thing is flowing, I'm going to take part in it. All right, we're going to do this bracket, and after this, we're going to close it out. If anybody else wants to get in, the link is in the chat. You can come in and talk as well. All right, we're going to hit the share the screen. So I put them two and two together, so it's going to be a little off, but you can read what it says. Here it is right here. This is the GOAT running back.
Oh shit,
that's perfect.
Yeah, because it was one image. It was two different images. I had to put them together.
You gambled and you won. So let's
right off the bat, I mean, right off the bat, there are a couple of people that's like one of these things are not like the other. I think Jerome Bettis doesn't have a place on here. I'll be honest. Looking at the
I can agree. All right, if anybody who's listening to us on the podcast, if you downloaded the podcast, I highly recommend you come to the YouTube channel and watch this, because you listening to it does you no justice. You have to see this bracket, because I'm gonna be honest, I'm not about to explain this over the audio. It's just too much. So go ahead.
Boy, I'm like, look, the left side, I'm taking Barry, Dickerson, Jim Brown, and I'm taking LT. That's gonna be my left side. I think it's pretty much a no-brainer too.
Yeah, I think 1, and 2. Yeah, that's an easy one. Yeah. And there's nothing to take away. If Bo Jackson played longer, we would have probably had a different discussion.
I think the two hardest matchups here to me are Gale Sayers and Marshall Faulk, and Earl Campbell and Adrian Peterson. Those are the two hardest to me. Because Sayers, like, he played 5 years, a little bit less, but look at
same thing with Earl Campbell. He didn't play that long either, so it's gonna be tough.
And it's like it's crazy because AP, you got the longevity, you got coming back from the ACL, win the MVP, or I guess offense player. Well, no, you won MVP that year. So I mean,
he won MVP. Yeah, I will say this. Mm-hmm. I'm giving Marshall Faulk the edge of a Gale Sayers, even though Gale Sayers is a better runner. Marshall Faulk can catch out the backfield and he can run routes. I'll give him the nacho on that one. I'll give Adrian Peterson the nacho, Earl Campbell, because of longevity and durability.
I think Walter Payton's a no-brainer.
Yeah, Walter Payton's no-brainer. And that's nothing to take away from Thurman. Thurman is just the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah, unfortunately, Thurman Thomas is in that conversation.
Yeah, he's in the conversation of one of the GOATs. I will say, because he's a damn good running back, but you're in the wrong place in the wrong time. You go up against Walter Payton, you're done. You know what I'm saying?
You got Barry Sanders versus Eric Dickerson. I mean, were we all taking Barry there?
Yes, I'm taking Barry.
DJ? I'm taking Barry. I'm not even.
Yeah, I'm taking Barry as well. I mean, Eric is so good though, but I'm taking Barry Sanders though.
But Barry's
overall, it would be Barry, but Barry didn't run well against Washington. Eric Dickerson did. So
yeah, but that's one team.
Of course you do.
Yeah,
that.
but no.
I'm looking at.
Had some of his worst games against Washington, and especially when it was outside of the Silverdome.
I hear you.
No, this is my thing. This is my thing.
Now Walter Payton too.
But this is my thing. This is my thing about
and Thurman Thomas.
The thing about Eric Dickerson. Eric Dickerson, out of all of these running backs, a thing about him, he just played differently. And I mean, the same thing with Walter Payton. They just played the position a little bit different. Jim Brown was phenomenal for what he did in 9 seasons. Nothing to take away from. LT is like he's like an enhanced version of Marshall Faulk. So, but when you look at Eric Dickerson, you watch how the way he ran the ball. It was just something to just look at.
With ease.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's like he ran like it was like he was floating, and he did it like so effortlessly. It was like it was just something. It's something unique about him compared to everybody else.
And see, if you look at Barry Sanders, and it's just like, yeah, he's juking out everybody, but a lot of times those would be like 3-4 yard runs that he will gain on those plays. And how long?
But the thing about Barry though,
constantly dodging everybody.
I mean,
yeah, he'll break a big one, but Eric Dickerson could do it with ease.
My thing is, to be honest with you, I don't know what the score was thinking, but putting this bracket up, they put Barry Sanders in the stiff arm region and put Jerome Bettis in the jump cut region.
Yeah, Barry Sanders should have been in the stiff arm.
No. Barry Sanders should have been in the jump cut, and Jerome Bettis should have been in the stiff arm. What was they thinking?
I think they just, I don't know.
They just threw it together? Probably.
They probably the names, I guess. So can we all agree on Barry here? We got to...
Yeah, I'm taking Barry.
That's why I said overall Barry.
Yeah, I'm taking Barry overall as well.
Iffy about them as far as against. Yeah,
LT and Jim Brown's interested in me only because I'm like, I look at Jim Brown, and it's almost sacrilege to say this, but I gotta say he's a bit overrated, not overhyped, but overrated.
I'm glad you said that because I was thinking Marcus Allen from the jump.
Yo, real shit.
But you know what, though? You know what? To be honest with you, I would not have been mad about Marcus Allen taking that over. Jim Brown get credit for the yards that he got in 9 seasons.
I'm taking Tomlinson over him.
Y'all understand what I'm saying? Jim Brown gets credit for the yardage that he did in 9 seasons. And there's nothing to take away from that. But when you're talking about the running back position,
in the Marcus competition.
Right, exactly. Marcus Allen did, I mean, he played the position like a, I ain't gonna say like a running back. He was more versatile than Jim Brown. I think Jim Brown just gets credit. I think Jim Brown just get credit for what he did the 9 seasons, and it was phenomenal. But like you said, LT, another guy, he can catch out the backfield. Hell, LT could throw. They made running back passing plays for him. Okay, so he can do a little bit of everything.
I'm being petty here, but why one bracket got 1, 2, 3, 5, and everybody else is Jerome Bettis is number 5. What would it?
Hey, that just goes to show you Jerome Bettis shouldn't even be in this bracket. That's what Bill said. Bill said he shouldn't even be here.
I was just like, what the?
All right, I'm trying to think of somebody else to put in there.
Real quick, somebody else to put there. I'm gonna be honest with you. I can see them putting what was that guy name? I wanted to say Ricky Waters, but no. Craig?
No. Well, Roger Craig?
Roger Craig?
No, not Roger Craig. Not Roger Craig.
Arian Foster.
No,
I don't think he has a stats.
No.
Priest Holmes?
I would love him to be there, but no.
Priest Holmes, no.
Jeez.
Let's see who would be
Ricky Williams.
No.
But see, now probably you're right. Ricky shouldn't have went to go smoke. If he didn't smoke, he'll be here.
Eagles fans do not. They remember his debut game. Just
right.
His debut game, he showed the alligator arms.
I'm trying to think. As somebody we know, we should know another running back that can get in there over him.
Gore can go up there. He's way higher.
There you go. That's a good one. Frank Gore's the good one. Yeah.
Jerome Bettis strikes me as very.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Frank Gore is still losing to Emmitt Smith, but he should be there. I can give you that. Yeah. I give you that. Frank Gore should take a spot.
So we got Jim Brown and LT. So we took LT. So we got Barry and LT on the left.
Yep, Barry LT on the left.
Now we got Marshall Faulk and Emmett. Oh, that's interesting.
Marshall and Emmett?
Ooh, that's interesting.
Marshall, I'm sorry.
Emmett gets a lot of flack. Emmett gets a lot of flack. He gets a lot of flack because that offensive line.
Even without the flack, I'm still taking Marshall.
Here's why I'm going to take Emmett. I'm going to take Emmett because how he played in big games. Because that's at this point, we're kind of splitting hairs here. I'm going to take Emmett based on how he played in big games. He played amazing in big games. Marshall Faulk played in a couple of big games.
Marshall Faulk, and I would never say Marshall Faulk disappeared. Marshall Faulk was a victim of too much talent around him.
He didn't elevate, but in games that they lost, he didn't elevate his plays. I mean, you look at the
that is true. That I can agree with that. I mean, even when, especially you saw it mostly with the Rams. Marshall Faulk was a victim of having too much talent around him to even be considered an option when they needed a play. And it's not a bad thing because he was still reliable if you called on him. But why would you call on Marshall Faulk when you got, Azakeem, you had Isaac Bruce, you had Torrey Holt. I mean, you had so many other players that could get the ball. He was kind of like an afterthought when you needed like a 3rd and 10. Now, he could have got you that 3rd and 10, but he's not your number one option when you got those receivers. So I'm not saying that he disappeared, but you got to give it to Emmett, though, because Emmett, the thing about it was, you wasn't looking for Emmitt Smith to step his game up. You wasn't looking for Emmitt Smith to make a play, but when he got the ball in his hand, he did it. You kind of see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's like, the Cowboys is in a big game against the 49ers or against the Giants is a playoff game, and they just happened to hand the ball to Emmett. Shit, Emmett's gone for 60 yards, and nobody saw it coming. So it's like he was ready to play even when it wasn't called upon him. Marshall Faulk was like, yeah, we could use you, but we got the greatest show on turf, so you're the 3rd option.
I kind of feel like I disagree with that because, like, while you have a point where they, like,
G-Rob over here playing games.
Yeah, like, you would say
G-Rob's over here playing games.
You would say you wasn't expecting out of Emmett, but the thing is, there was only 2 options Troy Aikman could really like benefit from. Don't you think? It was either Michael Irvin or it was either like.
Yeah, Jay Novacek.
G-Rob, put that with the title in the Discord.
Now,
put that video in the title in the Discord.
But here's the thing: Troy also benefited from that offensive line, so he had plenty of time to look for anybody if he had to drop.
The thing about the Cowboys, they had a lot of good players that played good at the right time.
No,
Well, just to support my argument. Go ahead.
The other good thing about good, bad, whatever, was the amount of cocaine that they was.
Shout out to Nate Newton.
But just to support my argument about big games, I mean, 1995, Emmett, 74 rushes. This is playoff stats. 74 rushes, 298, basically 300 yards, and 6 touchdowns. He had 2 touchdowns per game.
That's what I'm saying. And you know what, Bills? The thing about it is, they wasn't. I could be wrong. I don't think they was necessarily relying on him to do that. He just did it in big games.
And in 92, he averaged 112 yards per playoff game. I mean, bro, this is.
And like you said, I mean, like I said, Bills, this is not a knock on Marshall Faulk. It's just Emmett just done more.
Yeah,
because Marshall could be that guy, but Marshall was a victim of having too much talent on his team. And I'm not talking about I'm not trying to compare the greatest show on turf to the Cowboys, because the Cowboys had talent too. It's just that the way Mike Martz ran that offense, Marshall Faulk by default was like the third option. That's just by default, and it's not a knock on him because he could have been a first option in some of those plays and did well. It's just that the offense just catered to him to be the third option.
Bro, that whole Cowboys offensive line is a Madden Ultimate Team. Seriously, well, how you would craft the offensive line, that was literally that in a nutshell. So get that out.
Oh, go ahead.
And I was gonna say, so we got Emmett, and then we got Walter Payton versus Adrian Peterson. That's another hard one.
Shit,
looking at Adrian Peterson's career, Walter Payton did it in a running era. Adrian Peterson did a lot.
He did it in a transitional era.
Yeah, Adrian. The thing about what's special about Adrian Peterson getting all those yards in this era, he made the old era still be relevant.
Somehow
he made the old era of running back first still relevant in a passing era, and that's very unique.
Look what he did. You know, we can talk about what he did in Minnesota, but what he wound up doing in Washington.
See, that's what I'm saying. It's like
I did not expect him to do what he did in Washington.
No, I wasn't expecting that either.
Right, that's what I'm saying. He made the 80s and 90s running back. The running back era relevant in a league that was basically saying, hey, we're going pass first. But like, no, don't forget about me. We're passing first, but I'm still going to give you 1,800 yards. That's very unique.
He's not human.
But Walter Payton is still Walter Payton. I don't know what to do with that. Honestly, I don't know.
I feel like that's a coin toss. Like, literally get yourself a coin, flip it, and see which one you think you would pick off that.
I'll be honest.
That'd be too hard. Fuck it, I'm gonna do it right now. I got some diamonds right here.
I'm going with Adrian Peterson.
Bro, that's tough.
You know why I'm taking AP, bro? AP won an MVP in a year that almost 4 quarterbacks passed for 5,000 yards.
I got ahead, so I'm gonna have to go.
That's a good one. And didn't he do that after the knee injury?
After the injury,
I'm gonna have to give the nod to Adrian on that one. I'll give you that. I'll give you the nod on that. And on top of that, Adrian did have a 2,000-yard rushing season too.
Breeze threw for 5,177 yards. Matt Stafford threw for 4,967. Tony Romo threw for 4,900. Tom Brady threw for 4,800. And AP won MVP.
And everybody knew he was getting the ball.
That's amazing. And how many yards he had that season?
He was right on the cusp of breaking Dickerson's record that year.
He had like 2008 or something like that?
Hold on, I'll find it right now.
Because I know he had like 2,600 or something. I mean,
2097.
Yeah, that was 2009. Yeah, I mean, he was literally what 7?
What did Dickerson have, 105?
Yeah, 2105. So he was like 8 yards behind him.
God damn.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, he was like
731 yards per.
And you know
he was 8 yards of breaking his record. Yeah, Adrian gets that.
He averaged 131 yards per game that year. That's sickening.
In a passing league.
That's sickening, bro.
That's out of control.
And you know the thing is, I was at that game when Adrian Peterson tore his ACL, and that
everybody thought it was done.
Yeah, that was a career ender.
Everybody, not only that, DJ, not only that could have been a career ender. He came back like 3 months prior that a normal person would come back from ACL, because ACL is like a 12-month injury. He came back in 9 months, and didn't he play at the end of the season that following season?
He came back. I think he played like the last 2 games.
That's what I'm saying.
He comes back the season after that. He has Christian Ponder as his quarterback. He beats Green Bay the last week
Jesus Christ,
and carries them to the playoffs.
And again, everybody knew he was getting the ball, and they still could not stop him.
348 carries the year after tearing an ACL, 6 yards.
Bills, not even a year after. Like I said, he came back like 3 months prior to that. The average person came back. Because they was questioning him. They was like, should he come back? And they was like, no, just sit out there. And he ended up playing like the last 2 or 3 games of the season.
Give me AP, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you AP on that.
At that point, you gotta ask the question: how many down years did Adrian Peterson have? And that even goes for his college career.
That was that time when he went between a couple of teams.
New Orleans, yeah.
Yeah, New Orleans. To be honest with you, that got to the point. I don't even think that season count because New Orleans did him so dirty.
Right. That was
he only played 4 games that year, so we can't.
Yeah, he pretty much was a victim of.
They didn't even use him. They didn't even use him
of the system because it was just like.
And to be honest with you, I don't even know why the Saints did pick him up, because he did not fit their offense at all. He doesn't fit their offense at all.
I wonder if one of the other divisional teams were going to get him, and they just picked him up.
Could be. I wouldn't be surprised at the time that the Falcons or the Bucks would have probably tried to pick him. They said, "No, we're going to get him instead." I wouldn't be surprised at that.
Bro, in league, this dude averaged 131 yards.
That's what I'm saying. It's like
131 yards in a running league.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he brought the old school offense to another era. It's like, that's something you don't see in many sports at all, let alone just football. You don't see that. It's almost like in basketball, somebody would come in and literally try to play as John Stockton or something in this league right now and be successful at it. That's not happening in the NBA at all. Not today's NBA, but if somebody was to do that, that would be phenomenal. John Stockton.
The Clippers are up 24-12.
Good luck.
All right, so what we got now? We got Barry Sanders versus LT.
I'm giving that to Barry.
Barry Sanders.
Yeah, I'm gonna get at the Barry as well.
So wash.
So Barry and AP.
We not done yet because got AP versus Emmett.
AP.
Damn, y'all just that simple?
Yes, we just talked about AP.
No, I thought that was him over Walter Payton.
Oh yeah, it was.
No.
Oh no, wait, no, we gotta have a discussion about this.
That's what I'm saying. Like Emmett and AP, you know what? These two, Emmett is basically AP without the injury.
And Emmett had a better line than AP.
That is true.
I don't know, bro. Adrian Peterson.
No, line.
That is true as well. I don't think they were as good as Dallas's line, but he did have a pretty.
In the Hall of Fame yet? They will be, bro. Come on.
Wait, what? Who not in the Hall of Fame?
I didn't say anybody wasn't in the Hall of Fame. I was just saying
what I'm saying, if we're talking about how good they are, I mean, if you got 3 Hall of Famers on one line, 3 Hall of Famers on his line, then
yeah, because they had They had Brian McKinney at one point. They had Matt Burke.
But you got all right, so we're gonna do that.
Yeah, they had a pretty good. I mean, now don't get me wrong. I'm not.
Cutback runs that Emmitt Smith have versus what
But see, that's what I'm saying. Hold on. Wait a minute. But see, this is what I'm saying. But this is what I'm saying. Emmett and Adrian Peterson were not cutback running backs. They would go straight.
Hold on. How many jump cuts would Adrian Peterson average? Like. At the height.
I will say this, DJ. He had more jump cuts than Emmett, but he's not a jump cut running back. Yeah, it's not. I mean, he had more than Emmett, but he's not a jump. These two guys are they're basically damn near the same type of running back, honestly.
And I'm sorry,
because I'm gonna take because Adrian Peterson and Emmitt Smith, if you get them in the open field, what they're doing, they're running a straight line and you're not catching them. And both of them did the same thing.
I'm talking about when they first get the ball and they have to find the lanes. Dallas, their line would have that lane be you could drive a Mack truck.
That is true. I agree.
Was not the case.
That's not his fault.
That's not. That doesn't make. That's what I'm saying. That doesn't make Adrian Peterson a jump cut running back.
No. I'm talking about his vision to find the holes and run through them versus Emmitt Smith. The hole's right there because it's already been created.
Emmitt Smith had a lot of times he had to cut back. He wasn't just running through Mack truck creative lines like you're making it out to be, bro.
And he was running through.
And let's be honest, AP's career high in touchdowns, 18. Emmitt did that 5 times.
Oh, that's a good point.
But remember, we're talking about the transition of eras.
We're talking about
what Emmitt Smith got to enjoy the whole way through.
There ain't no transition to getting in the end zone. Sorry.
There it is.
You want to talk about
the 5-yard line to get in?
If you want to talk about number of carries, then you might have something. But come on, bro.
G-Rob has a pretty good point. He said Emmitt had a great line, but not sure if he would be the same on another team.
You can't base this on hypotheticals, though.
But no, he went to the Cardinals and he suffered.
He was old as hell.
It doesn't matter. He didn't have a
line. Hey, Bills. That's almost like the same argument. Like, yo, Montana was at Kansas City. He sucks.
What we gonna do? When MJ was on the Wizards, that motherfucker averaged 21 points. What?
No,
right now.
You can't say it's hypothetical when it actually happened with Emmitt Smith.
In fairness.
And then look at AP with the 2 main teams that he's been able to rush for a lot. Well, now 3 main teams. Still he's still the same.
I'm gonna give. I like Emmitt, but if we're talking about just the position of running backs, I'm going to give it to AP.
Give me
AP. Hands.
What
down.
You say, Bills?
I got Emmitt, bro.
You got Emmitt? I mean, I'm gonna be honest. You can't go wrong with either one. I'm gonna be honest. You can't go wrong with either one.
He has seasons of 18, 21, and 25 touchdowns in the running back position. I'm sorry.
All right, Bills, you want to take the analytics? I'm gonna take the pure traits.
See that? That's what I was doing. That's what I was doing. And what I'm doing, I'm taking the pure talent of what they can bring to the table, and I'm adding that with what they done. So I'm just not looking at the numbers. Like when you look at Adrian Peterson and Emmitt Smith, like I said, they're almost one and the same when you look at the way they run the ball. But Adrian Peterson done things that I'm not sure if Emmitt Smith would have been the same after an ACL tear. I don't think that Emmitt Smith would have been the same with Minnesota's offensive line, and it's not a bad line. I just don't think. I'm not sure if he will.
If we're taking traits, then I mean, Emmitt has better vision. He's better out of the backfield catching the ball.
Line's already
what do you mean
open
how? He wasn't.
He had a first class
all the time. Bro, you're overstating how many times
I'm
Mack truck.
I'm sorry. I watched those games live when they happened, and
it doesn't matter. You're overstating. You're going.
No, I'm not. Every time he broke one, it was just like he had this huge lane. Like even Pat Summerall was like. John Madden and Pat Summerall both described those holes as you could fit a Mack truck through those things. Come on
separate occasions, not the whole
thing.
It
was a lot of times where that was the case.
God. And AP did the same.
Every time
AP was running through the same lanes the year he fumbled the game.
Them lanes were a lot smaller for AP than they were for Emmitt.
AP was running through the same lanes the year that he fumbled the game away against the Saints too. Sorry.
Like I said, I think with both of these two guys, it's not an easy choice, and I can't say if you pick Emmitt you're wrong. I can't say if you pick Adrian Peterson. What my thing about Adrian Peterson, like I said, is like he did not have the benefit of what Emmitt did, but to me, it looked like personally, I think it looked like it's almost splitting hairs looking at these two running backs. I don't necessarily see what one honestly do significantly better than the other. Like Bill said, Emmitt may have better hands. He probably does. But one thing I didn't see, I ain't gonna say I never. You rarely get to see either one of these two running backs catch the ball out the backfield. They just wasn't that. Maybe he does have better hands. I'm not saying that he, and maybe he does, but I never really saw it to the point where I can distinguish one over the other. To me, it looks like you almost looking like you're looking at a mirror, in my opinion.
I will say this. I think Emmitt Smith had better hands. I will say that. Because with Washington, it was the first time you really saw Adrian Peterson
try to catch out the backfield. Okay.
They put him in position to try to catch it. He was making some catches, but Emmett, you got to see those screen passes. The swings out the
he was a better pass blocker too.
No, I can't agree with that. I definitely can agree with that. He was a better pass blocker than AP. Now, because that is something that I've seen from both, and I do agree. Emmett is a better pass blocker. I can agree with that.
So at this point, what's left for AP? He's faster and stronger.
Yes.
Yeah.
He came back from a freaking career-ending ACL injury. Emmett Smith fumbles the ball. That's it for him.
Bo Jackson was faster and stronger than every position back in the position ever. And
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you right now. And this is my gut feeling. This is my gut feeling.
He went and played baseball.
This is my gut feeling. If Bo Jackson never got hurt, it's possibly he could have been the top running back in here. Bo Jackson was something.
I think he would have had the stats, but
we wouldn't even be having this tournament bracket if Bo Jackson.
That's my guy. I was young, and this was like I was like at least I was 5 years old when I actually saw him play. I was really young, but I did watch him play, and then, before he got hurt, the way he did Brian Bosworth was just ridiculous. That Bo Jackson was on another level. I'm not saying that he would be number one, but you can definitely make a case that he could have been to go easily.
Yeah. Then you
could have made a really good case.
You look at the game where Barry Sanders made every single Chicago defender look crazy when they thought they had him wrapped up, and they piled up on him. Yeah.
So speaking of that, all three of us pick Adrian.
Yep.
Bills pick Emmett. Let's do the final one. You got Barry versus. Let's do Bills first. Barry versus Emmett. Who you got, Bills? That's the last. That's the last of your bracket.
I got Barry.
Got Barry over Emmett. Anybody object?
Yeah, I got Barry.
Got Barry. What about you, Pooh?
Barry.
Yeah, I'm with you on that too. All right, now with us three, we got Adrian Peterson versus Barry.
AP.
Oh, fuck.
You know what? I'll concede. Here's the only reason I'm concede. The only reason I'm concede Emmett and AP is because it doesn't matter. I got Barry beating whoever comes out of that.
That's all I'm about to say.
I have to give that to Barry.
Damn, G-Rob made another good point. Look at this. He said AP was going up against 8 in the box, and Emmett had weapons on the outside.
Wait a minute. G-Rob. You talking about 8 in the box when they were spreading defenses out with 5 receivers and 4 receivers? Bro, that's all there was in the box was 8 back in the day when Evans was running the ball. Oh, you were using that as a basis for it?
No, because
you had Nova. You had Michael Irvin. You had Alvin Harper. You had Jay Novacek.
You had 2 receiver sets and Novacek in the slot every now and then.
I'm sorry, they ran 3 wide receiver sets.
Who was the third guy? Because I don't know who he is.
It didn't matter. They put 3 out there.
They had 3 wide receiver sets every now and then.
Daryl Johnson coming out the backfield.
Okay, all right.
Now, one thing I did like about the '90s. One thing I did like about the '90s football. They did use the fullback more. Like Dow Johnson actually caught balls. That sounds gay. He caught footballs out of the backfield.
Pause.
Yeah, I know, right? I know. I would have been all right.
Passes, you would have been just.
He caught passes out of the backfield. I will give it
out the backfield. There we go.
Yeah, he did, and I used to like that part of '90s. Like today, the fullback position is not even, it doesn't even exist no more. I used to, go ahead.
You know what's funny? I know the run and shoot pretty much were the precursors of eliminating the fullback.
Yep.
Washington didn't even run shotgun at one point.
June Jones did it. June Jones did it in Atlanta when back in the mid '90s. They ran run and shoot.
And another thing about
the red gun. Yep.
Another thing about the 8 in the box thing, we all know that zone blocking takes care of that, so it's not going to matter because it won't be hat on a hat. It's creating
But you know what though? It did. You know what?
It's not downplaying what he's doing because they do it with every running back pretty much. We talk about Derrick Henry.
But you know how 8 in the box is only negated if you have zone blocking.
like a hood. 8 on the block.
Yeah, I said block, right? Yeah, I know, right?
Too many niggas on the corner.
Hey, we going back to 30. Hey, we going back to 36 and Waters. That's what we gonna do. We're going back to 36 and Waters.
That was a funny ass episode.
Oh, we're going to go to the other car wash. We saw those dudes huddled up about the. hey,
audible.
Hey, they was huddled up in that car like they were beating somebody up on the Google map.
They caught Pelican Man pitching woo on the side.
You know, it's funny the fact that on this show where it was open for anybody to come on, and Pelican Man was missing.
Oh man, this would have been. Oh man.
He's probably scared. He's probably
man.
Scared.
Like, he probably watched this. He's like, oh shit, they got the line open. I'm good. He said they got the line open. I'm good.
Y'all banished that man.
So at the end, we all picked Barry, right?
Yep.
By default, we all picked Barry. Okay.
No, I picked AP at the end.
Oh yeah, you did pick AP. You picked AP.
Barry?
Yes.
Interesting. I think one thing about Adrian Peterson, he did something that he defied a lot of things as a running back. I mean, we didn't think he was going to be that good. We know how good he was at Oklahoma. I didn't know he was going to be that good playing in Minnesota, and then turn around, get the torn ACL, and then come back and do what he do. And he's still playing ball pretty good to this day.
And here's the thing. Also, the fact that at his advanced age, he is still fast.
Right.
Like the Eagles realized this.
Shut up.
They couldn't catch him.
Yeah, how old is AP now? What, 33?
35.
33, 35? Like him and Frank Gore's like, they're like, look, we're still in our 20s. What are y'all doing?
Bro, Frank Gore's son's going to be in the league right before he retires, bro.
What I'm saying about AP is, and this is the sad part about how people sort of remember players, if AP would have retired after the MVP season, people would have called him greatest of all time.
I can believe that because people kind of compartmentalize a person's career. That's how they. I mean, look, Barry Sanders is another. He's a victim of that as well. I mean, it's not victim is a bad thing.
Oh, you know
Barry retired when he easily could have played like 5 more seasons because he was like he retired. He was like what 10 years in or something like, or 11 years in.
But do you know there's a story based on his why he retired?
Yeah,
the Lions. That's it. Just say the Lions, bro.
This console is a direct parallel of it. This console is really 3 years old, and people think this is one of the greatest consoles of all time, and it died in 2 years. It's the same because it left with a good memory on everybody. It's the same thing.
I don't know how true this story is, but I thought Barry retired because what's his name? Bobby Ross was talking about, like, he had said something about retirement and the reception was bad on the phone, and Barry was like, "Retired? Okay, all right, I'm retired." Remember, they were trying.
The Lions made Barry retired. He was like,
"That's what I'm saying," because Bobby Ross was the coach of the Lions at that point. They were having a discussion about the upcoming season, and
no, you think about it, you look at it somewhat. I ain't gonna say it's a trend, but you had a couple of people, Hall of Fame players. Or one that's definitely should be in the Hall of Fame with Megatron.
Calvin.
They quit on the team because they could not get nobody they couldn't get nobody to help that team to get over the top.
And they didn't want to leave because they too damn loyal.
Man, Megatron wanted to sell weed. Come on.
Yeah, that too.
Hey,
that too.
I think more profitable that way.
I think the issue that happens in football is that the guys hang around longer than their prime, and because a lot of these guys are going over teams where they're not playing high-profile games.
Mm-hmm.
People have an impression of them at the end of their career that isn't so. It's not so good because, like, if you think about it, nobody's gonna look back at Tim Duncan's career and be like, "Oh man, Tim Duncan towards the end of his career was just a shell of himself." Why? Because they were still playing in the playoffs in high-profile games. In his second to last season, they won a championship. But the thing is with AP, it's like he hangs around and he's still playing well, but he's not playing in high-profile games where it's like, oh, remember when AP did that at the age of blank on, the Lions in the playoffs.
Right.
Emmitt Smith, he's the only one that kind of survives that because his stats are just so astronomical once you get to the end of his career and see how many yards he put up. But even then, nobody. Like
that shit was ass though. Like he broke.
It was garbage.
No, I'm saying he broke Walter Payton's record in the damn Arizona Cardinals uniform. That was like so. That was so whack. That was so whack.
He broke it his last year. No, he broke it his last year on the Cowboys. He kept playing.
Was it?
Yeah, it was on the Cowboys.
I thought it was with the Arizona Cardinals.
Oh, never mind.
No, it was
as far as the yardage or
the yardage. He broke it.
I thought he got 18. I thought he got 18-7 plus in a Cardinals uniform.
He broke it on the Cowboys, and then he ended up playing.
G-Rod saying Arizona.
It wasn't Arizona. I'm telling you, you can look it up. There was.
I'm looking it up now.
A Football Life showed it.
Speaking of Arizona, Larry Fitzgerald, I feel like is about to be victim of this exact thing we're talking.
Yeah, there it is. You're right. May 12th. He did it. He did it in
2002.
It was a home game.
Against the Seahawks. It was a home game against the Seahawks, and Chad Hutchinson was the quarterback.
Yep.
What?
Yep, Chad Hutchinson.
God. Yeah, Chad Hutchinson was the quarterback.
That sounds like an emergency quarterback.
Yeah, it was.
All right.
It was.
All right, so G-Rod, you were wrong.
I honestly, I thought I'll take I was wrong too. I thought he was in the Arizona uniform. I honestly, I thought he was.
I think the following season,
that was not good.
Because there was another running back that was following up Emmett that wound up going to Arizona too. It was a Chris
Marshall.
Oh no, Marshall, that dude.
He's fucking garbage.
Man, Georgia Southern, we beat that dude up in college so bad.
Marcel Ship was a starting running back for Arizona in NFL 2K5. That's the only reason why I remember him.
Oh god.
Oh shit! Wait a minute.
What?
Walter Payton died. He was only 45.
Yeah,
bro, he died young.
Wow, I thought he was a little older than that. Speaking of death, did y'all know Kevin Green died a couple days ago?
Yes.
That's crazy. Hey, that dude was nasty, man. That dude was a beast coming off the edge. Him and Greg Lloyd together. Oh man, that was nasty, bro.
But I was going to ask you a question. So, what did you think of Kevin Green when he was wrestling?
Hey, he was a good wrestler too, though.
He was a wrestler. He wasn't bad.
Yeah, Kevin Green was a wrestler. He was okay. He was pretty. He was all right.
Him and Steve McMichael took part in this angle where Michael turned on him.
I remember.
They had this angle. They were football players. Yeah.
They hit him over the head with a briefcase full of money.
Yeah. Steve McMichael, he was a part of the '85 Bears, right?
Yeah.
Yo, the site I found that they didn't do a quarterback bracket. I'd like to see just who they would include. I already know who.
Well, I want to know. I want to know who's going to be the 5th seed in a 4-seed bracket, like Jerome Bettis was. Who's going to be the 5th guy?
The fifth
it'd probably be like Jake Plummer or something.
Talk about another early retirement.
It'll probably be like Jake Plummer.
Who are they going to make the
Ryan Leaf or some shit?
No, he don't need to be on there at all. No, fuck that.
Steve McNair would be the 5th seed.
Oh, stop.
Oh, man. That's messed up.
You know they'll do it to him.
Stop.
Be the 5th seed in a bracket.
In a 4-man bracket. That's so disrespectful what they did to Jerome Bettis, though.
They probably make Brady, Montana, United.
But you got to think about it. It got to be 16 quarterbacks. That's a lot.
Brady,
to be honest.
Brady,
16 elite quarterbacks. That's
There'd be a lot of active quarterbacks on that list. Yeah, there'd be a lot of active.
Brady, Unitas, Manning,
3,
Elway. That's 4.
What's the dude out of San Diego?
5.
Dan Fouts.
Fouts 6. Marino 7.
I wonder if you could split that bracket.
Warren Moon.
Your
Moon 8.
Your active and your inactive. And have them go from.
Well, no, because they didn't do it with the running back one. They didn't do it.
No. I was just saying if it was possible with as many quarterbacks as you can name, and a lot of would be active quarterbacks because
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. I got you.
Stafford might end up on it.
Stafford was not a bad quarterback. He just once again is the Lions. Speaking of Lions, y'all know Jim Caldwell is being considered as a coach again.
Good. I hope he goes right over to the Texans and make him good.
What? He sucks.
Damn.
Garbage. No.
Oh, Jim, Favre, Moon, Kelly. Yeah, Brett Favre, Jim Kelly is highly underrated. He was like
Is Frank Wright gonna be? No, I'm playing.
Frank Wright. No,
I know. I was joking.
Wait a minute. What?
Get Filson's boy on there. That'll be something. Steve Young.
Steve Young. I can see that.
What about? Nah, I wouldn't even throw him in there.
Let's see. God. Will
I can't
Archie
think of
Manning
another.
be a part of this?
No.
Who?
No. Archie was okay at best with the Saints.
Is Peyton gonna be a part of this?
Peyton will be there.
Eli gonna be a part of this.
Teddy Bradshaw, Ken Stabler.
Ken Stabler, yeah. Ken Stabler, I can see that. Who was the quarterback for the Raiders? Was it Stabler? Stabler was a. I don't know why I thought Stabler was a Cowboy.
I was about to say Rich Gannon.
No. Who was the quarterback in the 70s for the Raiders?
Ken Stabler.
That was Ken Stabler.
So who was the quarterback for? I don't know why I thought Stabler was a Cowboys quarterback.
No.
Wasn't there like a bearded guy?
Steinbeck.
Yeah, Steinbeck. Okay, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, come on, Roger Staubach.
All right.
You know they got Bart Starr on there too.
Yeah, you know Bart Starr. I don't know why, but he will be there.
What about Terry Bradshaw?
Bradshaw, I can see Bradshaw. I don't think he should be, but I can see. I wouldn't be mad if they did. He'll be a first round. He'll probably be a first round exit. I can see him being on it. Be a first round exit.
Probably already said Marino.
No, nobody said that, but I can see him on there.
No, I said Marino.
That's what I'm saying.
We need to make a bracket, have NY Key on here, and we discuss this.
Listen. There's no excuse for NY. He could have been on this. He could have been on any of these episodes the last 20 or 30 times.
He had the access they had the whole time.
He had. Listen, people who are listening still, and not to rag on NY sort of, yes, but NY has this link that y'all had access to pretty much since what, episode 40? Episode 50?
You want to go over to the Slim Standard? Let me stop. You want to go over to the Slim Standard radio station over there? Nah, they don't.
Nah, they know us. They know we always poke fun at them. Nothing but respect. Without them, we wouldn't be doing what we're doing. But other than that, man, let's we almost at 2 hours and 50 minutes. This has been a full episode. I got one story to talk about before I go. I got a question. Am I a snitch?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. I'm gonna ask you why. I'm gonna tell you why. I was at work today. I was delivering. I was taking the products that I deliver off my truck, and I was putting it into the into the back of the store. So a manager from that store came and said, "Where's such and such?" And I was like, "Oh, she just went out the front door with that guy." She was like, "Oh, that guy?" Hold on, I didn't think nothing of it. She said, "Yeah, she's with that guy that she was talking to." And she said, "Oh, that guy." She was like, "Oh, okay. Thank you for telling me." I was like, "All right, whatever."
Yeah, you're a snitch.
I done took everything off the truck, and I'm about to get ready to go because I done finished. I done dropped my delivery off. All of a sudden, these 2 police officers come back there and come to me. So, "Thank you so much, young man. You helped us out a lot." I was like, "Wait a minute, what?" Yo, and I'm like, I had no idea what happened. And the lady said, "Yeah, that guy that she was with, he been stealing out of the store for the last 2 months, and we was trying to find him." I was like, let me get the hell up out of here. I left so quick. So am I labeled a snitch for that?
Well, I mean, you know the situation, but yeah, you're a snitch. Most people like, who's asking? Like, what's this about?
But see, the thing is, I've been delivering at the store for the past 4 or 5 years, so I didn't think nothing of it. I thought she was asking about her coworker because they was just working. They probably need her to do something. So my thing was, I was like, "Oh, she just walked out the door with that guy." I didn't think nothing of it. I was like, "She's with him," and she was like, she looked, and she's like, "Oh, she's with him. Oh, thank you. I'll be right back." I was like, "Oh, okay, whatever."
BF was like, "Yeah, she just went out the front door. His name's Darren. They're going out."
I know, right? So I was like, okay. I was like, I didn't think nothing of it. Not 5 or 10 minutes later, two police officers came back. They're like, thank you. So they came out. They had their hands and had their hands extended, like, and they were smiling, like, thank you so much, young man. You helped us out so well. I was like, I did what?
I am not committing to any activities around VF. I'm not doing anything anymore.
Never.
And man would be like, what was Derek up to?
I'm here at the Pirate Games now.
Stealing money out the back.
Yeah, he had a bag. He had a bag of something in his hand. He had a bag of something in his hand. I don't know. But
you be with VF. You be with VF at McDonald's, and you order water. He's like, that ain't water you putting in there.
That's Sprite, bitch. Hey, he got Sprite. He got Sprite. Him. He got 2 cups. He got 2 cups.
Yo.
I'm scared of the Pirate Games now.
You
told on yourself, Pooh.
Yeah, you snitched on yourself.
Hey.
I was there.
VF didn't screw you. Pooh, you screwed yourself.
No, I was thinking about that on the ride home. I was like, man, I gotta do the rest of the day.
This nigga just got somebody locked up.
Yeah, I was like, I got somebody locked up. And my law enforcement days, I thought them shits was over. I thought I started wearing a badge in 2014. I thought I was done.
Here, put this badge back on, sir.
No, that badge never was taken off.
Over here, man.
And look what you Rob put.
Yeah,
he said first you blind DJ classmate and now this.
Dude, BF doing his best Kamala Harris impersonation.
It's time to go. It's time to go. Outros, please.
You can leave the Force, but the Force can't leave you.
He's doing more to keep down black males than Kamala Harris.
Oh man. And the thing about it was, and to be funny, it was a black guy that got arrested, and the thing was, it was a black guy got arrested, and the thing, it was 2 white cops to come to shake my hand. Oh man!
And little Ray sitting in the back of the car, just.
I felt so bad going home today, driving back. I was like, oh man, I just got somebody arrested, bro. And the thing was, they was so happy, bro. They walked back to the back of the warehouse, not the warehouse, but the back of the loading dock. They was happy as shit. They're like, thank you so much, young man. We was looking for him for a while. I was like, what? I said, what just happened? And they told me what happened. I was like, oh. Well, I'm about to go.
It was probably low key like, yes, this black man's on her side or some shit.
Exactly.
Like, why you sit down? But like, keep singing.
Exactly. They probably gonna look for me for more leads and shit. Like,
what else been going on at the store?
Man, I felt so bad. Exactly. Well, you come to the store every Tuesday. What do you really see, sir?
Like the contact.
We
got somebody in the store already.
One of them said, "My daddy always told me they turn on their own."
Yeah, exactly. He probably said after they left, like, see, Billy, I told you they'll turn on itself. Just give it time, son. Just give it time. Give it time.
I don't have to do the killing. They kill their own.
Right. It's like all you had to do is just give it time, Billy. Just give it time.
A nigga will always do you wrong.
That kid
I felt so bad, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. I felt terrible, bro.
He's sitting in the back and cruising for a couple bags of cheese doodles. BF driving home.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, I felt terrible, man. I felt so bad. I was like, man, I got
go
somebody.
bail that kid out, man.
I might have to find out where he's at, man.
Go bail that kid out, man.
They were so happy, man. They were smiling. He was so eager to shake my hand. Dude was hunched over. Look, he's like, thank you so much, young man. Thank you so much. We was looking for that guy for a while. I was like, whoa, you looking for who? It was like the guy who was with that girl out front. I was like, wait a minute. And then he told me what happened. I was like, oh, shit.
Yo.
That was terrible, man. I'm a snitch. Hey, man, don't tell everybody, man.
You told yourself.
All right, man, we're going to slide out of here, man. Pooh, what you got? I'm going to let you do an outro. What you got, bro?
Oh, shit. Well, for anyone that definitely does want to catch my content, if y'all like to hear me here, if you want to hear me in my streams, you can catch me on Twitch Spectacular Pooh 2414. My Twitter is Spec Pooh Eagles. My Discord will be in Twitter. Well, we'll be on Twitter or we'll be on Twitch. You can do the commands from there. You can also check out my merch if y'all ever have time. It's the Tempest store. We have some pretty solid merch there. And till then, I hope to see you guys either on my stream or next week on here where I'll be moderator.
That's what's up. DJ, what you got?
All right, snitch.
Man, chill, man. Stop, man.
Well, all you gotta do is just post my information without me asking for it.
Y'all stupid, man.
So,
chill,
so
man.
tomorrow I've made a decision. I'm gonna stream Space Crew. So
What time are you streaming?
Snitch? No, post it.
No. Seriously, what time are you streaming? Cause I was thinking about streaming before you.
Just like a snitch, watching before. Anyway.
No. A snitch would be in the chat watching you and telling.
No, but snitch always post up before the next person come in. Watch that person in. I was like, yeah, I see him come in at 8:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
You so
this
stupid.
is where he's at. So on Twitch, as DF just posted, I'm known as EVO325. So tomorrow's stream, Space Crew, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch me on Twitter, DJ81. And hey, it was a fun 200th episode. People got
this was great.
We revealed that the VF was a snitch. So, but you know, he's back to blue all this time. Damn.
Yo, chill, man. Chill, man. Chill.
I'm throwing my stuff out here because I'm rarely here.
You know, it's funny because my back to blue is Air Force, but no military.
What you got, Bills?
Well, we learned that soft drink sports has some company in this community. Nah, man, overall great episode. Wish some more people would have called in. Especially Pelican Man, that would have been funny. But it was still a good episode. Got a lot done. Talked about a lot of stuff. Had Pooh show up, which is always good. If you want to find me on,
man.
Huh? You said what?
At least I'm not Pelican Man.
That would have been some entertaining shit, bro. He's entertaining enough when he's trying to type. He'd be even funny trying to formulate a sentence in real time.
We need to come up a way with me, DJ, and Bills catch him on 36 and Waters.
Oh, yo.
We catch him right by the car wash to say no trespassing.
Hey, you be careful. You gonna catch that motherfucker sucking dick. You gonna be scarred for life.
They catch him. It'll be the only time you catch him again in the same spot.
But yeah, man. If you want to catch me on Twitch, it's JMBMJ3293. I'm probably gonna eventually squad up with DJ so he can teach me some shit about skate of the day.
Skate of the day. Hey, I'm gonna tell you something. Like all seriousness, yeah. I got that game on Game Pass with Xbox. I might need to download it. I think all three of us could get on that.
Yeah, because I just downloaded it today. So
okay,
download it on Steam. You can join too. It can go up to 4.
Yeah, so I'm probably gonna end up playing that. I don't know. I'm waiting for the other franchise update, like the last franchise update to come out.
Yeah, before Madden 22.
Yeah. So then I'll probably end up starting a franchise on that, maybe stream that. Lay my penny on the penny side. But yeah, man, thank you everybody for coming through. It's been fun. It's been real. And what's the score of this game right now?
Go get a PC. Have VF help you. Like,
oh man, let's not go down that rabbit hole. We've been trying to get Bills on the PC life for, and then it's gonna be worse now because he has a Series X. He really think he don't need a PC now. Like,
look, I believe that you'll help him, VF. I mean, I believe that you'll happen to find somebody still on the PC. You'll just snitch on them and then.
Y'all stupid, man.
This is where they hiding all the PS5s.
If VF was really a snitch, your ass would have been caught for pirating games a long time.
Hey, all seriously, he don't realize I still have connects with people in state and federal laws. Like I used to, like, how you think I got that unredacted situation about what's his name, Robert Kraft. How you think I got that? Everybody had it. Everybody had the redacted version. I had the unredacted. How you think I got that? I still got connections.
Nicholas Batum. Wait a fucking minute.
He got the sources. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got sources. I can get some stuff done. I still got some people that I know. So,
okay.
But no, all seriousness though, thank everybody who came through. We had the 3-hour mark. Great show. I may be streaming prior to DJ stream. I still need to find out when he's gonna stream, but I'll probably be streaming before him because
it's 8 p.m. Said it.
Hey, I'm sorry. I haven't been paying attention.
All the information.
I will take that. I'm not a good one. I will take that. But I'll probably be streaming before DJ, and you guys come through. It's at VF Baller. The link is down in the description. Great episode. A lot of you guys have been coming over to the Twitch streams as well. A lot of growth over there. I had another person follow a few hours ago. Thank you guys. We're just gonna continue to grow. Not only just me, DJ, Bills. You can even put Spectacular Pooh. He's like a fake honorary member. And
damn. That motherfucker's fake and honorary. Goddamn.
Only a snitch would understand what's fake.
In the same breath.
Either fake honorary member.
You can't say fake and honorary in the same breath. What the hell?
And this is coming from a snitch.
Y'all are stupid.
No, he'll be able to point out what's real and what's fake.
Really, like, we are over here really just gaming over here and showing you guys how to play these games and have fun. And you know, a lot of people do a lot
on the games now.
A lot of people sit here and complain about these games, but we actually be gaming over here, and it's a good thing.
Hobble for that editor.
Huh? Why would I do that? I mean, that's a good thing. Yeah. But like seriously,
profit.
I think this entire movement is actually getting better and better as it goes. I mean, we're out here actually playing games. We talk about it. We have fun, and we're enjoying ourselves. We're not like really uptight about problems in the game. We make the problems our problem, and we make them better. And I think that's a good thing about us in general. We make the unplayable playable, and I think that's a skill that not too many people in this community have. But we do our best, and we won't be here on Christmas Eve. I may stream on Christmas Eve, but we're not gonna do an episode, so we'll be back a week from today, and we have more content then. We don't know what we're gonna talk about. We never know what we're gonna talk about until like 5 or 10 minutes before we go live. So that what makes the show great. G-Rob says great show. Thanks to everybody who came through. Thanks for the donations. To Dial 52. I hope you're safe on the road if you're driving tonight, because he drives overnight. Be safe on that road. Yeah. And everybody else, if you guys have to go out within the next few days doing a little bit of Christmas shopping, mask up because they tell you to, and be safe. Don't be up on people, and don't let people be up on you. People are nasty.
And don't snitch at the store. I'm sure VF will catch you.
Hey, I'm going to tell you right now. I'm not even going to lie. If somebody's not wearing a mask and they're coughing and being nasty, snitch on them and slap the shit out of them, too. I'm here for that.
Advocating violence for a law, man.
They're right.
The store, VF will snitch.
And you coughing in the open area, you deserve to get kicked in the throat. So, all right. We're going to get up.
You're like a parent. I'll give you something to cry about. I'll give you something.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll give you something to cry about.
But we're going to roll up out of here. You guys be safe. You guys be good. See you guys on Tuesday. If you're going to catch any of our streams, we'll see you then. But we'll all be back together on Tuesday. So you guys be safe. You guys be easy. And you guys have a Merry Christmas. All right, guys. Peace.
Peace.
Hey, my Damien by the banner side.
Go Birds.